Welcome everybody to the Fives of the Week. It's the fastest growing podcast in the Motor City. Making picks and predictions, talk life that we live in. Various opinions, all love with the vision. Running our division, court, field, or rink. We gamble with Campbell, don't care what y'all think. A whole different twist on the top 5 list. Check the time on your wrist. Are you ready for this? Cause it's time to press play and step into the game. Get your popcorn ready, never know what we'll say. Play to win it all, we can never back down. In our blood to stand tall and represent our town. Detroit Rock City and we always stay gritty. Hosted by your boy Fillie, now it's time to get busy. You with me? What up, world? Welcome to the Fives of the Week podcast, episode 155. It's your boy Fillie.
Hollywood Apple Snatch.
Chi-Chi.
And
K-Strick in the building.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Lordy.
Welcome back, K-Strick.
Ratings draw. Ratings draw.
Right.
You go, baby.
Here for the rub. Here for the rub. That's right. Damn you. So how you been, man?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I told you I just bought a house, so
Yes.
I need $5 you promised for this.
Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And an honest man now.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Since
Yeah.
last time you've been here.
God dang. Yeah. Got married. Like, yeah, this is not coming on.
Nice.
Very proud.
Married.
Very, very
House.
proud.
Yes.
Who knows what happened next time?
Yeah.
Hey, good to you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Got it.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. So we're
course.
going to talk a little Royal Rumble action later. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
Whatnot, what have you. So,
Can't wait.
yes, sir. Hollywood, how you been, man? How's your week?
Doing good, man. Been good so far. The weather was cold. Really very, very cold. My concrete cracked a little bit. My brand new concrete.
Come on.
Yeah, it kind of spidered up in the front of the gate. And then, I don't know, if anybody has this problem. The back door, the concrete lifted up. I could barely open my back door.
Damn.
It's horrible, dude. Trying to push the dog out, and it's just. So I called the guy and I told him, I said, listen, man. He's like, no, that's normal, the ice and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I go, now what about the crack? It's not even a year old. He goes, well, Michigan. I said, all right, so I just got to deal with it. You know what I mean? It's not like wide. It's just a spider coming all the way down, crack. So we'll see. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, just it's been okay working, making some money, enjoying this, doing some of the things that we've been coming up with for this has been pretty fun. Very quick, and it's good to get back. And I like it. I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to hopefully having the weekend off.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
It's always a plus.
Yes, absolutely.
Cheech, your week, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. I feel good. Week's been okay. Working, hanging out. I'm here right now.
You look good, Cheech.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Hollywood.
Easy does too. Look at he's looking at you.
Yeah, we got Easy's back in the house tonight.
Easy's back
too.
in the house. Hey, welcome back, E.
Go easy.
Go easy. Go easy. Good stuff.
Yeah, no football this weekend, but we're getting there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there.
The Pro Bowl games. Are you guys gonna watch?
Oh no,
No,
it sucks.
man, that's
Pro Bowl.
terrible.
I don't even know who's in the Pro Bowl.
It's just like games now. They do the.
I know.
flag
That's what I'm saying.
football
I don't even know who.
They doing two-hand touch yet?
games. I think
That's
it's
just
Yeah,
flag. It's just
they've
flag
done
football,
that.
right?
Yeah, it's flag
Oh,
football.
that's horrible.
You know what they should do? I don't even know. See, I'm so far removed from it, but I know that they're going to bring flag football to the Olympics.
Yeah,
And they were
I saw
talking
that.
about like having the Olympic team. What they should do is have the so-called people
I
that
can
wanna
buy
do the,
that.
But it's some people that did you see that quarterback that is like in the flag football league that said that NFL players can't handle flag football, so they should do like the NFL versus the Olympic team. I think I will watch that maybe on like a
That'd be
replay.
kinda
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be
On a-
interesting.
on a- probably not live, but on a replay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll catch some of the.
I
clip
like
on
the
Twitter.
things that the pros did when they lined up, had to throw from 50 to hitting the hole and stuff.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
All
that was
skill
cool.
set.
That was
Yeah.
the skill.
Skills competition, yeah.
This stuff now is like when they play the basketball all-star game, it's so boring. There's no defense. Everyone's shooting up three-pointers beyond the half-court line.
That's true.
It's like, come on.
Skills challenge is the best part about the
I love
NBA
it. Absolutely.
All-Star Weekend.
Bring
Used
it.
to be the dunk contest, but now
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of all the
they
same
don't.
dunks now.
Yeah.
And hockey
Yeah.
used to be dope back in the day.
Yeah, the plates
Yeah.
and all that.
Shootouts,
Absolutely.
plates, and yeah. It was
You know, when they played football, they used to play for a purpose because who won is where the Super Bowl is going to be held. On which side, you know what I'm saying? So they actually played to win. You know what I mean? Then they changed it. Yeah.
Wow.
win.
Win.
So Y'all ready to talk some sports?
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
Passion is free. Nobody can charge you for passion. Nobody can tell you what passion looks like. Because that's all about you. Effort is isolated. The reason why effort is isolated, because nobody can dictate it. Effort is 100% in the mind. No coach, no player, nobody else can make you run to the ball. Nobody else can make you finish a tackle. Nobody else can do it. That's why it's the most isolated things in this earth right now. It's effort. And when you finally figure it out, how to win real battles, it's found through fundamentals. That's what wins championships.
Little Ray Lewis for that ass right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought that was me talking to my team. I thought you filmed me.
0-0 again? Are you kidding me?
Hey.
You sound like me freshman year, bro.
Yeah, you work it, man. You keep at it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about it, man. Championship weekend. We got the Eagles over the Commanders.
Yep.
And then I really want to talk about the Kansas City Buffalo game.
Let's go. Let's rock it. What do you want to talk
We were
about?
talking about in the text thread, right? Is Josh Allen going to do it? You asked the question, Cheech. And I really felt in my loins that it was going to happen.
I did too. I thought I was going to get over the hump.
And then, but then when you see like the fourth down where he was trying to go over and again, the call went Kansas City's way.
Is that the
Did
same
they
play
skip
where
talk and all that?
he tried to pitch it back to somebody too?
No. This was a fourth down. It was about midfield, I
Okay.
want to say.
Yes.
And it looked like the ball was in like on his right chest
Mm-hmm.
plate. And he got it, but you could get a direct view.
Yeah.
So it's tough, and I get that, but why does the calls always bounce Kansas City's way? That's what I want to know.
I just think because of who they are, and the play was not dead yet.
Yeah.
So as he was going up, and he was straight up, and then got pushed back. So when the momentum stopped, that's where the ball was, just short of the goal line, and it wasn't like it was touchdown, goal line, and because once that touches, that's it. It's over, done play. You're gonna get them calls like Jordan got. When you become that star in the front, that team, you get the little perks. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes is probably one of the biggest actors now when things happen now, and people are starting to peg him with that. The falling down and stuff. He's a gamer though. Until you beat Kansas City, and I wanted to see Allen win. I thought maybe they got it together this year. Maybe the way this guy balled out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to see that picture at the end of the game, him standing there just looking, I felt so bad for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, get out of there.
Because
Looking at the celebration.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it hurt.
I saw a stat that was crazy because, people were getting on Josh Allen for losing again. But he is averaging against the Chiefs. I believe it's against the Chiefs in the playoffs, in their playoff losses. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
It's not him. Definitely not.
Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, he.
Yeah.
And the
He
thing
showed
is,
up.
and you look. I know that I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. Their kicker missed the field goal. Like he got him in. He's made even this game. He had a play where he was off his back foot, threw it.
Yeah.
Where it was like, dude, how did you make that throw? And it was right in the guy's hand, and he dropped it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's made plays, but it's a team game.
He's the quarterback.
Somebody got to help him out.
Yeah, he's the quarterback and he's the fullback. I mean, come on. He's taking on linebackers. He shouldn't have to do all that.
But Spagnuolo did a great job filling the run lane.
Oh, no
He
doubt
only-
about it.
He only had 36 yards. So, and that's rare for Josh Allen, especially in a big game. So credit to him, but he made all the throws from the pocket.
Yeah.
Like you said, fourth down and forever, but it was right. Gave his guy a chance to make a play. Unfortunately, maybe not enough guys to get it done as a team.
Yeah.
And do you have a mobile Jim Kelly on your hands? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that where we're at? Is he always going to be right there but not get it done in Buffalo? So we're going to have to see.
I don't. With him, I think totally different than with like Kelly. And I was a big Kelly's fan. He's so dynamic and mobile. Like, you could see him going somewhere else and win the championship. You know what I mean? Like, he's just that down.
out of the AFC.
Yeah. And I think Jackson too.
Do you look at him kind of like going the Matt Stafford route, playing with that team for a while and then getting traded? And
I mean, his confidence. I mean, you got to worry about his confidence. Where's this kid's? I've done everything. What else can I do? Then he starts questioning himself. And then does he become the player he once was because he's doubting himself? No. Kid, you are great. I put it out there. I said, listen, walk away from that curse and come over and end ours. End our curse for us.
what are you saying?
I would love to have him here. Absolutely, no doubt.
Over
Jared Goff.
Yes,
we
absolutely.
have a quarterback, man.
Not like that. Absolutely.
This is the great debate, you know.
Yes,
You're
the
either
great debate.
You're either staying with Goff or people are ready to just throw the towel in on it.
I remember I text you said I can't stand that.
I know
But-
there's like no middle ground. You
No.
either love him or you know.
You got the yards.
He's got to go.
But you got to be that. You can't tell me that he's that dynamic quarterback like Allen, like Mahomes. Absolutely not. He had the best offense when he played against Belichick. They lost, even though he was younger. You got everything like Holmes said. You have everything in place to win.
I think it's hard to win when your defense doesn't.
But you've been doing it all year. You got 15 wins.
I know, but in the playoffs it's different, man. It gets a little like you
I
can't
agree
be a
with you.
championship team giving up 41 points or whatever, 45, whatever we gave up.
45, yeah.
How'd Brady do it?
He lost to the
459 yards was given up by Patricia in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Brady put up 52. That's what great quarterbacks do. Great quarterbacks. They find a way. They become the defense and the offense.
I don't know, man.
Does it almost have to be perfect for golf? I mean, almost perfect.
No, we just need some people that's not hurt. We can't have our whole team hurt.
And I get that. And I understand it. But it's part of the game. When you have an offense that can score at will and you got your number one running back sitting on the sideline,
Well, that's Ben Johnson. Chicago Bears Ben Johnson.
that's Dan Campbell. Yeah. You're the head coach. You're getting his ass at halftime. What the hell's going on with this? Why ain't this boy out here? I'm making the call.
True.
Speaking of Ben Johnson, what's your take on that?
He knew he was going. My take on that is you already had everything all planned out. You need to be focused on this game.
Yeah.
When you start making J-Mo your third quarterback, unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. The trickery. Run the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's unacceptable. I think that what I think is different too. I liken it to if one of Michigan's offensive coordinators were in the playoffs last year, and then we lose, and then he ends up going to Ohio State to be the Ohio State head coach. That to me, how it is. Like Aaron Glenn going to the Jets, is at least he's in the whole other conference out of the division.
Yeah.
But to go from go from Detroit to Chicago.
You got to feel like that's a slight, right? Towards the
Yeah,
capable
nah,
team.
man. Like,
Oh, we're going to whip on his ass.
especially when he had every other, like, it was all these other teams. Like, I get that you know, not many, it's only, 32 head coaching jobs.
Yeah.
And there's some shit shows elsewhere. But it's not like the Bears they've been a shit show since I've been.
And it's going to take them time too, just like Aaron Glenn with
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not going to happen overnight.
Right. But I mean,
see-
if you deserve.
I seen an interview with Ben Johnson, and he was he took his family to Chicago in the summertime to go to Wrigley Field to see the Cubs play. And I'm thinking, man, he's been thinking about the city forever. Who knows? Is he from that area?
I don't know, but you can't hate the guy for wanting the opportunity.
Oh, no,
I hate the timing of it.
It's,
You're
yes,
having
it's
this
terrible time.
historic season, like we talked about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you got all this chaos going on around you.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about jobs, and again, that's why I said last week that I felt like heads and hearts were in different cities during that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because the defense was in disarray. That was probably, even though he scored 30 some
31,
points, 31. Most games you win,
Yeah.
but in today's NFL, it could be a little bit
Yes.
different. But he didn't call his best game. So
I don't think Aaron Glenn called his best game either.
no, absolutely not.
Because there's only so many times that you can send a man blitz and not touch the quarterback before
Nobody
you
was
decide,
on the backside.
before you decide to,
Well,
change stuff up just a little bit.
As a defensive guy, me and Hollywood were talking earlier. When you see that 3-by-1 set and you're blitzing somebody,
Yeah.
so off rip on the line of scrimmage, you're down a guy.
Yeah, you got to check that. You got to check out of that.
Kill that
That should be
blitz, man.
automatic
Yes,
check.
yes.
That just
Yeah.
blows my mind that he's a little hard headed. I feel like in his scheme that we're gonna do what we do no matter what.
He's very like, we just gonna blitz all. It's like the remember the Titans, the defense. We're gonna blitz all night. They won't gain another yard. Hey, I was like, bro, we blitzing. And we not touching Jaden Daniels. Matter of fact, Jaden Daniels is seeing the blitz because we're not even getting there, and he's laughing at us as he's getting the first down.
Yes.
That's what it was like.
I think Glenn had it worse than Johnson with what he had to deal with, and he was piecing, he was gluing. He patched one hole and another one's bursting over.
I agree to that standpoint that when you lose all even what was it Robinson that got hurt literally 2 plays into the game.
That was big.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get it that when you're piecing together stuff, and obviously he's trying to send as much pressure on Jaden Daniels. That's probably what it was. Hey, this is a rookie quarterback. Let's blitz and try to confuse him. My thing is that just for any coach, when your game plan isn't working and it's clear that Jaden Daniels is ready for the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's change it somewhat.
Yeah.
Instead of he just kept doing the same thing, and Jaden Daniels just kept dissecting us, either passing, running.
That kid's going to be good.
How about we show the blitz and back off and just go straight zone? Just even Tom Brady said it. And then don't even get me started on that 12 men on the field. Tom Brady talked for 15 seconds.
They want to take him off.
Who?
For that, making him comments, Brady.
He was right.
Yeah.
They didn't like that.
Hey.
Tough shit, man.
He was right, man.
He was calling the game.
It was 15 seconds.
Call it how it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So now to the flip side, NFC, Jaden Daniels kind of came back to earth against the Eagles.
I knew that was going to happen.
Philly looked really good. 7 rushing touchdowns.
7.
I mean, just at will, shoving it down their
is a
throat.
monster.
Carter was on
First
his
play of the game.
ass, dude. Grabbing him one hand and taking Daniels down.
Yeah.
Oh, Carter is nice.
Yeah, the beast.
He's nice. But I think Saquon, if this wasn't just a quarterback league, Saquon would be the MVP.
Oh, he's sweet.
He's the true MVP to me.
Yeah.
He's sweet.
But that's not going to happen. It's probably going to go to either Josh or Lamar, but Saquon is clearly there.
Now, how do you give them, and they're out? How do you give them an MVP?
Because it's the MVP of the season, of the regular season.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I mean, that would be on the NFL though to change it to.
But you fell short again.
True.
And my MVP are the guys that are in the Super Bowl.
Well, that's why they got the Super Bowl MVP.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But
that's why I think I probably would rather win the Super Bowl MVP than a regular season MVP.
I'm going to give it to Allen, if anything. I would say Allen.
Hey, Cheech, what do you think? Isn't it? You look at the player, and then if that player was removed from that team, how would that affect the team? I think if you take Josh Allen off the Buffalo Bills, that team is 6, 7 games.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd say the same
100%.
about Lamar, too.
Yeah. He had a hell of a season. You can't even deny it.
Yeah, his best statistical
Again,
season.
it's just him and Josh, just for whatever reason. Maybe it's just Pat Mahomes, man.
Where does
Flat
he
out.
go? Where does he go? Where does Harbaugh go? Does Harbaugh stay? You're part of this.
You don't go nowhere, man. You got good, solid franchises. Why would you break that up just to break it
But
down?
you can't get it done.
Dude,
You got Henry on your team.
See,
you can't get it done.
You like them Lions fans I've been seeing on Facebook.
You got to make your team championship.
Dude, consistency is key, right? Like the Lions fans that are crying because we lost, we've only been good for 2 seasons. We've only been good for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You got to build. And granted, right, the Ravens, the ball was right in Mark Andrews' hands. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But if you notice on that, okay, the fumbles the one I had the problem with when he caught it and he didn't protect it.
Oh, yeah.
Now the one when he caught here, he caught it like this. The hips are pulling that way. That's a hard catch.
Not for
When the
somebody
hips are
that's
going
making
that way.
millions of dollars. You got to make
But
that catch.
it can happen.
Travis Kelce makes that catch 10 times out of 10.
But it can happen. They drop it, right?
That's why Pat is where he's going.
You remember Byner when he fumbled on the goal line, right, for Cleveland a long time ago? You might have been a little baby.
Yeah,
He hit that goal line and fumbled it. That costed them. That costed them.
You talking about Cleveland?
Yes.
Cleveland in the
Byner,
playoffs?
it was horrible.
Playoffs?
Okay, here's my conspiracy.
Oh.
Conspiracy theory. The last time a professional team had a three-peat was the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
And the 4th year, they lost to the Pistons in 2004. The Pistons stopped that one.
Yeah.
So if KC wins the Super Bowl, the Lions are the ones that are going to stop that.
Ooh,
They'll come in and take Kansas.
What you
City
think?
the following year.
I like it.
I'm not mad.
That's
at
all we got, really.
No, I feel
Come
you.
on, man.
And if you're going off the logos, the logo.
it. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Logos is blue
They
next year.
say that the whole curse and script thing is.
I like the
goes with
original
that.
Pistons, man.
Unless-
I love that logo. I love the original, the Pistons. That's how I grew up.
Hey, next
We
year's
grew
Super
up
Bowl,
that way.
Titans versus Panthers.
You know, just imagine this one. Imagine, imagine if you had the Jaguars versus Cleveland Browns.
Come on.
Super Bowl. How ugly would that be?
I'd be sick if they won a Super Bowl before
God.
the Lions.
Ridiculous. My Jets didn't make it.
What'd you guys think of Jacksonville's hire, Liam Cohen?
I like it.
Duval.
Yeah, he's good.
Like Duval.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'd say his mind was a little pickled.
Yeah. Let it go, man.
But you
no
know
doubt.
what though? They made fun of Dan Campbell in his presser.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
it might be the opposite of that. I don't know. Like Jacksonville, it's just something about Jacksonville, man, where it's like they had that one year where they had like a great defense
Yep.
and they made it to the AFC Championship game, but it's just like, dude, they're behind. Like,
Does
they're-
Campbell get it done here?
Yeah,
You think he does? What?
I want him to.
How long are you willing to wait?
Listen, man. See, why is he?
I'm just saying.
We just had the best season ever
Yes,
for the
right.
Lions. Do you
But-
realize the Lions have made the? See, I've done the stats. I'm a stat guy, guys. The Lions have went to the playoffs. My dad is 67 years old. He just turned 67 a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
In his lifetime, the Lions have been to the playoffs 12. No, well, not including these past 2 years, 12 times. So 14 times in 67 years.
Yeah.
So out of those 67, what? I'm 30. I just turned 31 this past Friday. I'm doing like some Scott Steiner math here.
And they were one and done.
But what I'm saying is, though, is that last year was the first year that they won a playoff game in my lifetime. I've
Yeah.
never,
Yes.
I never seen it. Think of that. I went through all like, nah, man, you can't.
And then, like you
I'm
said
saying
earlier,
25.
they were a half away from going
halfway
to
from
the Super Bowl.
You
Yeah.
can't put like Campbell shouldn't be on the hot seat for another. He's got at least
No.
five seasons.
What I'm saying is, how long are you willing to give him? Are you willing to give him 10 years and nothing happens?
What do you
Or
mean by nothing? Like, are you saying like losing in the playoffs?
What happens
or
if you shit the bed next year and you win 9 games and you don't go to the playoffs, period? What happens then? Where's your mindset? They win 9 games, they're out of the playoffs. Where's your mindset? You question the You see what I'm saying?
No,
Pittsburgh's
because
coach.
yeah,
Hey.
man. As long as I feel like, man, you gotta build consistency. I think that the NFL has too much turnaround, and you gotta stick with your guys because it's like, dude, is the grass greener? Dude, we had Matt Patricia, guys, as our coach before Dan Campbell.
Yes.
I think people need to realize that's what, like, we had Matt Patricia.
What,
Fat
5
man.
years, right?
It was whatever.
Did you
it was.
see
I want
that
to say it was
stat?
3.
He was.
Campbell he won more games this past season than Patricia did his
Yes.
3 years
Yes.
here.
Yeah, like you if you get rid of Campbell is building the culture and he
Yes,
built the
yes.
culture, right? You can't take away the culture. Like that has to stay. So, excuse me, but
No, yeah. If you look at the good teams, Pittsburgh, that's always consistent.
Yes.
Baltimore, always in it. Kansas City, Green Bay is always there, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You look at their coaching track record; they don't flip around coaches all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so I think you can't even really talk about getting rid of Campbell yet or putting
No,
a timeline.
but
like
No.
I'm saying, how long do we?
Yeah,
go?
like what would you be willing, like when you say, well, come on now? I mean,
I think another 4 seasons at least because he's
Okay.
proven that he can at least. So, like, if we look back 4 seasons, 4 years from now, and it's like, man, we either are barely, making the playoffs, losing in the first round. Then maybe you can look at it, but at the same time, man, it's tough, man.
I mean, yeah.
Since Cincinnati had who was it? Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis was
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
What, they made the playoffs like 10 years straight or something like that.
I feel bad
They
for
lost,
Burrows.
but they kept losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Like,
kept losing.
Well, they made it to the Super Bowl the one year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they knew they had to throw quick because they had no front line. And they put that blitz on him.
Yeah,
He was
so-
done.
So now we're going to have our challenges moving forward. Obviously, no team's ever gone to the Super Bowl after losing both coordinators, offensive and defensive. So now you got John Morton,
Yep.
who is
Denver.
kind of a journeyman, but
Yeah.
gotta love what he did with Denver last year,
Denver.
taking Bo Nix and that offense to a different level.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's been great.
Sorry, Easy.
Sorry, yours are Denver. He likes
But the future's bright, man.
Yeah.
You get Johnny Morton on the phone easy.
Yeah.
He made the call.
You got him on speed dial. And then I actually love the fact that they promoted Kelvin Shepard from within. Now, I hope he does change a little bit from how Aaron Glenn ran the defense.
Just don't
You
blitz
know.
every play.
Yeah,
Whatchamacallit went with Ben Johnson, didn't he? Antoine Randall.
he did.
Did he go to Chicago?
And JT Barrett. He's going to be JT
Yes,
Barrett.
that's right.
He's an Ohio State guy. Screw him.
I heard Foot's coming here too. Larry Foote.
That would be. I know we hired.
Oh, yeah.
I know we hired
saw that.
the defensive line
Michigan Hall
coach
of
from-
Famer.
Michigan Hall of
Larry
Famer.
Foote. Larry Foote would be nice too.
Hear that,
Yeah.
Bob?
Be home. Be home. So you hear what he said when what's your name? Shepard said he goes, I'm gonna, maybe cut my locks and look more professional. And what Campbell told him, he said, no, you keep them locks. I like them.
Yeah.
You be who you are.
Yep.
He said that's how they know you. I want you to be who you are.
Yeah.
Because he goes, well, I was going to clean it up a little bit, and he's like, no, I don't want you to. I like that.
You know, the reason to love Dan Campbell, man.
Yeah, I mean, to give him that, you know what I'm saying?
That's why
cool.
I want us to win. Not only am I a Lions fan, but just from a personal standpoint, man. Like I feel like Dan Campbell just obviously you could play as many motivational speeches, like just seeing him.
He
talk,
loves his team.
the love that he has for his team and the game, like seeing him win the Super Bowl. That might bring it to.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it.
Because that's all he like. He said, all I think about is you guys.
Yeah.
That's all he wants.
You got to feel that. So I guess let's go around the table. One thing offensively and defensively you'd like to see different moving forward.
Starting with me.
With you.
Okay, defensively off rip. Now are we talking personnel or just like? Because I can tell you personnel. Or do you just say like just game plan or game plan?
Yeah, and identify an area of weakness where you'd like to upgrade.
Okay, area of weakness is clearly I think is our front seven. So just bolstering linebacker, defensive line, and edge. We gotta whether it's attacking that in the draft or getting some people in free agency. We got to do all that. To me, our offense is set.
Yeah.
It's got to be all defense this offseason. It's got to be all defense.
Yeah.
I would like I said, man, I got a problem with, I think we got to be defensively ready to adjust. I felt that was one of Glenn's things was that he wasn't really adjusting. It was like, dude, we're going to play man. We're going to blitz. If we get beat in man, we get beat. If, they pick up the blitz, they pick up the blitz. Offensively, it's tough because we were just the best offensive team in the whole league. So it's tough to give them pointers on what to do to be better. It's just, I do have a pointer. Give Gibbs the damn ball.
That's what I was going to say.
I think we also give Gibbs the ball.
How many points did you score? 38?
Stop playing around. 31.
31. You should win the NFL.
Yeah.
That's more than enough points.
Give Gibbs the ball.
Absolutely.
Stop playing.
Absolutely.
All right, Cheech, what do you think, man?
Well, on the defensive end, I think the linebackers did a good job, but I think they need to strengthen that up, and the pass rush. But that was all injuries because those D-backs are on an island. If there's no pass rush, a quarterback's going to find somebody.
Who's Norris?
What's that?
Who's Norris?
Norris.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Still trying to figure it out.
That was the guy in the secondary.
Oh, number 40?
Yeah.
He was asking Kirby, where do I go?
Hey, listen.
It's horrible.
Hey, listen, we had so many injuries. They called me.
Did you see him out there when he went up to Kirby? And Kirby's he's telling him like a little kid.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Getting my stance.
Hey,
You ain't seen me on the sideline?
defensive guy. Did you notice how out of sorts they were in that game?
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
getting lined up, adjusting
Dude.
to the plays.
Dude,
Yeah.
could you imagine, seriously, obviously, when they say any given Sunday and next man up, that's that football mentality. But, come on, man, you coach with me. And I'm not going to say no names, but if we got to a point where some of those guys that was not on the end of the bench, but at the end of the bench is going in, you
know what time it is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man. They're not about to know exactly what to do. You can say, oh, man, they're NFL players, but it's a reason why you got, a depth chart.
Yeah,
and
sure.
when you get to your sixth man,
I mean, you got to, I believe this. You have to go out and you're going to have to set that linebacking core to make up the backup wall behind the defense. Now, you're going to have a lot of them guys come back. You get the bookends. You have to, if you're going to keep Zadarius Smith and you got Hutch coming back, you need to have a third guy, the third man.
Max Crosby.
But I don't know the pricing of that when I can go out and get Bosa for cheaper, probably.
Bosa's always hurt.
That's the only thing.
Both of them.
Like Davenport, same thing. You're good when you're playing.
Yeah.
When you're hurt, you're not.
You know who I would like us to get in free agency? I don't know if we want to talk free agency.
That's fine. Yeah, why
but
not?
just real quick, talking about DBs, Darius Slay was one of my favorite Lions.
Oh, no doubt about it.
I would
Welcome
love
back.
especially because we got all those young corners.
Yeah.
Having Darius Slay come
Oh, no
back,
doubt about it.
Especially if you can't re-sign Carlton Davis.
Darius Slay would
Maybe
fit
he
in.
goes to the Jets or somewhere else for money. Slay would fit right in with
Oh
these
my
guys.
goodness,
Mm-hmm.
you would fit
Absolutely.
right in. But yeah, man, getting that edge rusher.
And that linebacking core.
I told
I'm telling you.
trade up for Mason Graham.
Jack,
I agree.
what's his name? Campbell needs help. And Angeloni, he's only getting older.
Yeah.
And I like the way he played.
Campbell.
But you got to get that. Bring Mika Parsons here. Get him out of Dallas. He'd love to play here.
Again, it's going to cost you, though.
It's gonna be about
Well, we got to
two.
spend some of that money.
But the thing is, too, it'll cost money wise. I'm just curious because when you look at it from the standpoint, let's take the last 10, 15 years. Every time a superstar is traded, it always feels like it's never like NFL and NBA is totally different. NBA it'll take like 4 or 5 first round picks.
But you know what that guy brings to the table.
pry a superstar. I feel like every time a superstar is traded in the NFL, it's like, man, they get traded for a fourth. Like Antonio Brown to the Raiders, I know ended up being like crazy.
Yeah.
But looking at his production in Pittsburgh, he was traded for like a 3rd or 4th round pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now, granted, that ended up being a crap show because he ended up getting a severe case of CTE. But before, like, that's a Hall of Fame receiver traded for a 4th rounder or something.
Yeah, I believe you can get him. You know what I mean? Like his dad said, he more than glad to come here. He wants out of Dallas.
Yeah. Dallas, who they hired? Was it
Schottenheimer.
Brian Schottenheimer.
Oh, yeah. And that's just a crap show.
That would show me where you want to go, how serious you are, and then you help with that. That takes off Campbell, Angeloni. That'd be a sweet lineup, man. You know what I mean?
Mad at it. I do think we need a linebacker though too that can, because see, I look at Mika. He's more of the pass rusher linebacker, like maybe play the flats a little bit, but I think we need somebody too that can cover as well.
Yeah.
So
He's
I
on
don't
you
know
though.
who-
He's on that blitz,
I
man.
don't know who that. Oh yeah, for sure.
He writing them guts, and they have that kind of pressure.
So I guess out of the two, Rodriguez or Barnes, who do you keep?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo Barnes
Yeah.
got to go.
Rodrigo had a hell of a season.
Yeah.
Got hurt.
Rodrigo.
He's got
Plus
hurt.
he's got youth.
Yeah,
he's
he's-
young, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he's only 6 round pick, so you know you got
Yeah.
him for good money.
Yeah,
So
Rodrigo.
build that depth. Why not?
He's special teams.
Yeah.
The guy can run the ball too, and you got him for linebacker. He's not the biggest guy,
No.
but that guy's 120 all the time. You know what I'm saying?
He can hit.
Oh, ain't no
You know,
doubt about
he's
it.
a wrestler too.
Yes,
So that
yes, very good, strong boy.
Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with Rodrigo.
Barnes too long. You're not going anywhere. Reality.
All right, so let's go through the NFL honors. I'm going to get your guys' picks.
Yes.
So let's
Okay.
start with the big one, the most valuable player. You got Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson, or Saquon Barkley. If you had to pick, Kari, we'll go back around.
Now, am I picking who I think will win or who should win?
Your opinion, who should win?
Oh, it's Saquon Barkley. Saquon is, to me, like, you're seeing what he's doing. You've seen what he did in the snow game. Again, that's the playoffs. I get it. But just looking at what he did in the regular season with 2,000 yards, and how many times did they do a tush push in the red zone? You know what I'm saying? To take touchdowns away from him.
Yeah.
Where he could have got even more touchdowns. And there was a couple of those games where he sat out, had like 150 and sat out the 3rd and 4th. And, so I think what Saquon has done. Now, granted, the Eagles have been good for the past couple years, but it just looks like Saquon just brought that team even more over the hump. Got them.
Yeah,
back to the Super Bowl.
I'd agree. I agree.
So, I would say Saquon with Lamar being right under him.
Cheech, who you got?
I think I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson because he was. It's just unfortunate that he's never got them to the Super Bowl yet because
Sad.
he's money, but once again, their game against Buffalo, complete blizzard outside. If they were in a dome, would have been a different game. But that's just how the cookie crumbles,
And
man.
you would think they'd be so built for that with Derrick Henry
Yeah.
and a run offense, But
I felt they didn't get him the ball enough in that game.
yeah.
In Buffalo, to be honest, like I honestly thought Derrick Henry had got hurt. because it was like, it just felt like it was a couple of drives in a row. When you go, in a row,
Yeah.
I felt
You didn't even see him touch the ball.
yes, what's up with these offensive coaches, man? They just
Yeah.
We'll take Henry too. So we got Gibbs, Henry, Montgomery.
oh, well, that's just
That's crazy.
embarrassment. I don't know what that's gonna happen.
That'd be sweet.
Hollywood, who you got?
I'm going to say Josh Allen. Josh, I mean, I thought, Barkley, but he's got that good front line. I mean, anyone can open big holes like that. You just got to run. When you look at Gibbs and look at him, but you see what Josh Allen transformed himself, in doing double duties with the run game as a quarterback and like I said, he's quarterback and a fullback. But then again, you get that side of me goes, well, you didn't win anything. Mm-hmm. So I don't believe in giving third place trophies during the season. I believe when you get to the epitome, whether you get the MVP at the Super Bowl and you are the MVP because you made it to the top of the mountain. You know what I'm saying?
He was money in that game against the Lions here.
Oh, yeah.
He smoked. He
spot on.
crushed the Lions.
Yes,
48.
yes, 48. So Josh Allen, to me, but I look at it in a whole different dynamic. You know what I mean? Of that, where I think which would be either Mahomes or would end up being Barkley because they're in the big game. You worked hard to get to the top.
Yeah.
So the top is not 1 through 18. That's just the regular season. Okay? We're talking you go from 1 to the Super Bowl. What's our ultimate goal? To get to the Super Bowl. Not to win 18 games like New England did, one away from having a perfect record and then shit the bed. Didn't win the Super Bowl. Wasted season? No. But you had Randy Moss. He never got a championship. So that's how I look at it on that scale. I believe it's 1 to the Super Bowl.
I like it. I got Josh Allen too. I really don't have to elaborate on it too much more. So comeback player of the year. We got Joe Burrow, Sam Darnold, J.K. Dobbins, Christian Gonzalez, or DeMar Hamlin.
Damn. I mean, DeMar Hamlin died. He legit died. And then, not only did he die, because I know the joke was at first, he was like, they was kind of calling him Make-A-Wish, but, he started for the Bills. And the Bills are a playoff.
Yeah.
But then Joe Burrow.
And if you look at that season this guy had,
Joe Burrow was.
numbers were crazy.
Joe Burrow was crazy. I mean, honestly, I think if Joe Burrow made it into the playoffs, he's probably the MVP.
I'd agree with you on that.
And looking at it, some of those games they lost, it was a missed field goal or a defense kind of. But you know what? I got to go. Dude, DeMar, he died. He literally died and came back and be a starter. I got to go with DeMar.
Okay.
Because I feel like, too, I think Joe, I wouldn't be mad at Joe getting it, but Joe, I feel like, is going to get a lot of awards.
Yeah.
He's got, hopefully a long career ahead of him. I feel like with DeMar, literally again dying and then coming back to be a starting corner in the league,
Yeah.
and making some plays on a good defense, I think you give it to him.
All right, Cheech, what do you think, man?
I got to go with Cool Joe. Joe Burrow. That team, without him, they're nothing. They got good receivers. They got a good, but man, he just clutch, and he's not your mobile quarterback either because he goes to run. They usually chase him down, but
Yeah.
he's good, man.
Modern day Joe Montana.
He's sneaky athletic, though.
Yeah.
So I like it. Hollywood, what do you think, man?
I'm gonna go with Burrows myself, and I like what's his name from Buffalo too, but I just think a bigger key, is beating death is something so spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful thing, but Joe he's that guy's something, man. I see that guy possibly maybe San Francisco one day as the new Joe Montana. If they don't do anything there or the coaching, that guy is just something special, very special. Yeah.
All right. I got Joe Burrow, too. Offensive player, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, or Saquon Barkley. Jesus. I don't think you can go wrong with any five.
Man.
What do you do?
That's loaded, man.
Offensive.
Damn. I'm going to go, and this is kind of who do I think? Say those names again. I'm sorry.
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley.
Because Jamar Chase had Sneakily, because again, I feel
He's
like
bad though.
dude,
He's a bad
if the
boy.
Bengals make, because the fact that the Bengals didn't make the playoffs is like a travesty because Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase both had like historical seasons.
Yeah.
But it's going under the wayside because they didn't make the playoffs. So it's like,
Yeah.
I almost want to give it to Saquon if he would have, because again, he was so close to that record with Eric Dickerson. And I want to say if he had a game where he literally had like a 60-yard run, like he could have got 60 more yards, but he slid before he got to that, and he would have been real close to breaking that record.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he didn't play against the Giants, which we all know he would have.
There's no doubt about it.
I had him for an anytime touchdown that game too.
Oh, man.
when he slid.
So, man, but then Lamar, I'm going to go with I'm going with Saquon again. I just think that I think in my heart of hearts that a quarterback is going to win the MVP, and so I think they're going to give this to Saquon for all the work he did. So,
Offensive player.
yeah, so I think Saquon for offensive play, and I do think he deserves it. Like what he's been
Yeah.
doing is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Derrick Henry. I thought he was going to
Beast.
be the he was going to be the piece to put Baltimore over the top.
Yeah.
Because you already got this dynamic quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, defense is good. And now you're going to add this 240-pound guy. I mean, but just not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough.
And everybody was starting to write him off a little bit at the beginning of the season, and then he just got better. And
Yeah, they
better.
said
Yeah.
they said he had a lot of wear on him. He had a lot of miles on him.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the same player.
Yeah, they thought he was
Yeah.
washed. They thought he was
Yeah.
washed.
He
Yeah.
definitely proved the doubters wrong.
Oh, for
He
sure.
had a hell of a season. Hollywood?
I'm going to go with Derrick Henry, too. I thought that was going to ride them to the Super Bowl. Now you got the run game. You've already got the receiving core. When they talked all that junk about Derrick Henry, I said he's finally on a great team with Lamar. You can't get any better than that.
Yeah.
When I seen this man turn that corner as big as he is and was trucking dudes down, 3 and 4, and he's shoving them off, I said, that's one bad back. That'd be a guy, he's just phenomenal. He was awesome in Alabama. Alabama. And that guy, I still think he's got another 4 years in the tank. You know what I mean? How they're not in the Super Bowl, I really don't get it, man.
You keep him fresh, man. He's
He's a
going
beast.
to dominate.
You cannot stop this guy. And he picks up that speed and he just blows right by you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Derrick Henry
They're
all
both
day.
great picks. I got to go
Yes.
Saquon because I got Josh as the MVP. But
Okay.
Saquon Barkley, man, he's
That's
just
a
he's
good
had
one.
a hell of a season.
Yes, yeah.
New team, you know what I mean? Motivated. And it's hard not to root for the guy.
Yeah.
So definitely him. Let's
Looks
go
like
to
a
the-
bigger St. Brown, don't he?
He's a great piece, man, for the
They showed him
Eagles.
power
sure.
Holy
cleaning.
shit.
They showed him power cleaning. I think it was 350 as a freshman at Penn State.
He's got them Barry Sanders quads too.
I don't think 350 on power clean is insanity.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a good kid, too.
All right, defensive players. So you got Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, T.J. Watt, Zach Bond, and Patrick Surtain. Tough one too.
Yeah, that is tough. I almost want to. I think I'm going to go Myles Garrett, just because I feel like Myles Garrett is when you got an offense, they have to cater their whole game plan around where he's going to be at.
Yeah.
So I think that matters in terms of how he impacts the game. Almost like I like Smith, but I wish we could have traded.
I would think the selection would have been different than that.
You think?
Yeah.
You seen Zach Bond from the Eagles play though? The middle
Yeah,
linebacker?
he's good.
He might end up getting it, but I think maybe I'm just going off of who I think is the best player there. But I think I would go with and I think TJ has just been, maybe I'm wrong, but it just felt like he was too banged up this year
little bit.
to make the true impact. He's almost kind of sucks because it's kind of ended up like his brother, where great, like
Yeah.
he's a great talent, but always hurt.
Might cut his career a little short.
Yeah, but like I think Garrett is that guy. He's just scary good. So I would go with him.
What are the choices?
Damn you. Damn you. Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, T.J. Watt, Zach Bond, Patrick Surtain from the Broncos.
I like TJ Watt. I think Pittsburgh without him, but yeah, like you said, he is injury prone, but that only tells you that he's out there, you know, giving it his all every game. He's tough, just like his brother. But I don't know what I would do with Pittsburgh, man. They're just like they're this close, but then they're this close.
Need a quarterback.
They're so far, but yet they're so close.
They need a franchise quarterback.
Yeah. And Russ he actually had a nice season.
Yeah, he is. But I feel like they just the quarterback position has just been Band-Aid since Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So I think they need to get a true franchise quarterback.
Hollywood, who do you like on this list?
I'm gonna say I'm surprised. What's the name from the Rams ain't on there? What's his name? Verse number 0.
Was it
J-Rod Verse, I believe.
Yeah, that guy's phenomenal. I'm surprised he's not on there.
Yeah.
Because he would be my go-to guy. I'll go with Myles Garrett. I mean, for the shit show that he was on with that team and how that team has crumbled, and what things lost around him, pieces were going away, and for this guy to still play at a high level, that guy's got to come out of there. You got to get that guy out of a mess. His talent's being wasted, and hopefully he don't get wasted to an injury. So somebody's got to pick this guy up because he's the real deal. And I also liked what's his name? I believe it was Hunter over in Texas. That guy had a great year. From Minnesota. I liked him. That was the guy we wanted to get, and we lost a bit on that.
Yeah, he ended up in with the Texans, right?
Yes.
Yep. I like Zach Bond. I think that guy, he just holds down the middle. He's just a game wrecker. He's probably the best middle linebacker in the game right now. I think he wins. There's a few more awards, but I'm going to cut it a little bit short. So, Coach of the Year, Dan Campbell, Dan Quinn, Andy Reid, Kevin O'Connell, and Sean Payton. Now, even if you're a homer, this is tough. Because some of these guys did a phenomenal job. So
it's Dan Campbell. No, like those other. I feel like that list you just said. Like,
Can we have Cole?
Who?
Can we have Cole? We're two or no?
like a coach of the year.
Yeah, like if they're both tied.
I don't know if you can, but if
Okay,
if you got a 1A, 1B, it's fine.
I think Campbell. I think you can make an argument for any of those guys, especially like when you look at what Sean Payton did in Denver.
Yeah.
And then even though obviously is always middle finger up to the Vikings, but when you lose the quarterback that you thought was going to be your franchise guy, and then you still win 14 games. Granted, they didn't do anything, but neither did we in the playoffs. But winning 14 games with Sam Darnold, that's a great, case. But I just think that when you talk about Coach of the Year, I think being the best, we were the best team in the regular season. And this is a regular season award. I know we crapped the bed in the playoffs, but we were clearly the best team in the playoff in the regular season. So, I would go with them. Is Dan Quinn on that list? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Man, like I said, that's a tough thing because I think you can go with any of those guys. Dan Quinn might be right under Campbell, but I think what Campbell did with the Lions, winning 15 games, looking as dominant as we did, I think we had an 11-game win streak. I would go.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
I would go with Campbell.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go with Dan Campbell too. It's hard, I mean, the way the season ended was terrible, but man, he was in and out, and then like they show those after the game in the locker room, man. I mean, he just hit on every fucking possibility. Yeah, it was exciting. It was fun, man. Just that ending, man. The whole town's like, this is how it fucking ends. This is it. Sad.
I know.
It is, and I felt bad for him because when he cried, I'm like, don't stop crying. Stop crying. Why? Because you know what? It's not your fault. You gotta get in somebody's ass and put the blame on others. You did your job as a coach. Now you can't play for these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being a player, you want to take that, but this ain't on you. This ain't on you. This is some kind of calling your offensive coordinator who's now in Chicago. So beat the shit out of him when you play him every year, just for that reason.
Yeah.
And then you have to hold your quarterback accountable. Hey, listen, you threw 3 interceptions, bro. You threw 5 a couple weeks ago. It's unacceptable. Then now he's sick, food poison. Okay, Michael Jordan put up 60 food poison. IV in the locker halftime. I don't want to hear that. Some of the guys with the worst, St. Brown had one of the best games. He was over there heaving, throwing up, 4 weeks ago. Still played a high level. So, you know what I'm saying?
And to have 15 wins, most
Yes.
in franchise history,
Yes.
from where he's brought this franchise in 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all that. I know it's a season coach, but he had the most wins.
Yes.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking of too. Is what he brought. It, like you said, is a season award, but this to me, going to Dan Campbell would almost be like the work that he's put in for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And to think too, he was on that 0-16 team.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See now, in my I like Andy Reid, and Andy Reid had to deal with Pacheco going out. He had to deal with his number one receiver, which ended my fantasy.
Oh man,
Number one star.
she
gone.
Rice. Yeah.
Yes.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
to
Got to
deal
deal with
with
that,
that.
shit.
The
and was able to win 15 games. I mean, but you've had your day in the sun,
Yeah.
and you've had it. So Dan Campbell's gotten screwed the year before. So I would have to say, with like you were saying, with the 11 wins in a row,
Yeah.
and how he built the foundation, and everything like that, I would be very disappointed if he didn't win it. For real, Dan Campbell, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you guys for all the aforementioned things. He just deserves it, man.
Yeah.
The guy's just a phenomenal coach.
Phenomenal, very phenomenal.
Phenomenal, great coach.
Great coach.
So with that being said, we're gonna move to the fives of the week, boys. Are y'all ready?
And now, our feature presentation.
All right, so today, fives of the week, we're going to rank our top 5 sports playoffs, so where we rank those. Okay? You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Kari, go ahead and you start with your number 5.
Number 5, I'm gonna go with MLB postseason. I used to love baseball when I was younger, in terms of when the Tigers were good, and then, obviously these past decade kind of trash. But ironically, call me, I am kind of like a fair weather fan. Seeing this past season with the Tigers, with that magical season that they had, and like, it was funny because I bet one of my students, I told him, I was like, dude, the Tigers, they stink again, and then August started happening, started winning a couple games, you notice it.
Getting
And then,
heated up.
what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's going on over there in Comerica Park? And then just seeing, so then going to where, like, people, like, going into the barbershop, seeing the game on, and then, like, actually sitting there and watching it, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm invested. Like, I'm really invested. It kind of reminded me, why I like, I like baseball. So
Yeah.
I put it at 5, though, because I got, obviously, 4 others that I'll put ahead of it. But I got it at 5.
Okay. Cheech?
My number 5 is hockey. It was great when the Wings were in it, when they were winning the cups, and they were competitive. But hockey, it just, I don't know. For me, it's just not my sport. And I try to get into it, but I just can't. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not my thing, man.
Someone
not on my
sticking the puck.
I like playing floor hockey.
is
Struggling.
Cheech's list. Damn, man. All right, Hollywood.
I'm gonna say soccer.
What's
You
And
talking about like the World Cup?
Was that one of the choices?
oh no, we
Yeah,
got.
it could be whatever you like.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Well, I like soccer in the big game. But to go on there, I never really been a soccer player. My brother played soccer, was very great, but never. I couldn't see just kicking the ball around.
Did you know that's the biggest sport worldwide, though?
It is, and I caught on watching them in the big cup games to see. I think 100-some thousand people in the stands.
Oh, they take
chant-
that. They take it serious.
Ridiculous.
nuts.
Oh yeah, and they
take it
used
serious.
to, remember they used to have the blower and they took that away from them.
They take
But
it serious.
it's my least sport.
It's not enough scoring for me.
Yeah, too much running. You know what I mean?
Kind of like
eh.
golf in a way.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'd rather watch golf than soccer.
Yeah.
All day.
I'm gonna say soccer. 5.
Okay. I'm actually going to maybe surprise you here because I got big sports top 4, but number 5, I love high school football playoffs.
I ain't even
That is just, you get the small town feel,
Friday nights.
the Friday night lights.
Friday Night Lights.
Witnessing Stevenson go to the Final Four a few years back, that was like a college atmosphere. It was almost like a bowl game. You got media there, and it's kids that you see on a daily basis.
Yeah.
it's amazing. So I'm a big fan of it, and I highly suggest if you haven't been out to games in a long time, Michigan's huge, man.
Yeah.
Huge,
Oh yeah,
very, very large.
You got a lot of
Very, very big in the high school football. Yeah, it's awesome here, man. You know, it's probably not Texas, but you know what I'm saying? It's
No, like
definitely,
I mean, like
top-notch.
this past year, man, when we were in like coaching in that like against Cass Tech, and you know we laid an egg, but hey, they ended up winning the championship. We laid an egg against them, but
Yeah.
that game, it felt big. So, yeah, no, I agree. I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of high school. That's now I almost want to redo my list, but yeah, no, I rock with that.
Appreciate that. All right, so number 4. Kari.
All right, number 4. I'm gonna go with. Hold on, now I gotta think because see, I was going from 1 to 5. Oh, next I have I'm gonna put the college football playoffs. College football playoffs at 4 for me. I feel like again I enjoyed it. I think that it was a lot of talk this year about the college football playoffs.
Yeah.
In terms of how was it successful or not?
What'd you think of that?
Well, I look at it like this. Most NFL or NBA, like when you watch an NBA playoff game, you don't really expect the 8th seed to beat the 1 seed, right? You expect it to be a sweep or whatever. That's for you.
Yeah.
I think I look at it kind of like very similar, and like where I'm good. Where it's still early. It's the first year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like we gotta wait to see. I think everybody looked at, which is gonna spoiler alert, will be on my list is March Madness. But we are expected. But March Madness has been around for what 60 some years, right? So we got all that time of looking at the upsets. And I think they expected the same thing in football, which football and basketball are totally different sports. So I that's where I look at it as where. But at the end of the day, I guess we did see upsets, right? Because Ohio was what the 8th ranked team in the nation.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like we did see top 4 seeds all lose. So I felt that people was expecting something and they thought that they didn't get it, but technically we did get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio was number 8,
No, you're right.
and they lost to Michigan. So
Yeah.
just had to say that.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
All right, Chi, what do you got? Number 4.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball playoffs.
Baseball.
It's always been good when I was a kid, like the Yankees were big, Kansas City Royals were big, and then when you got the Tigers in '84, all this other stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of like lost its luster a little bit. It's coming back, but I'm not a huge baseball guy either. I used to be, but then you watch football, you watch basketball. It just grabs my attention more than the other stuff does.
So even watching the Tigers, it's kind of a
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see them back in the playoffs, and they won the first series against the Houston Astros, and then they lost to Cleveland, but it was exciting.
I think they need the Fives of the Week in the left field.
I think
That's
they
what
do.
we need to be. Very phenomenal in the left field. Fives of the Week with their shirts on.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hollywood, number 4. What do you think, man?
My number 4 would probably be, I would say, boxing. I've lost, and I love boxing. Even being a fighter and stuff. Just how they've so much with money, the delays of each fight. You're almost waiting a year to see a good fight. Back in the day, it was every 2 months there was a good fight coming up. You know what I mean? So that was one of my top sports to really watch. It's bringing my interest down. I get tired of waiting.
Now, have you ever gotten into the UFC?
And
Do you
I
like
like
the
that.
UFC?
I like that too. But certain people I gravitate on that I know, and there's always somebody new coming up. But I don't to see them sometimes just disfigure their faces and nose like that. It's just kind of like, man, this guy's gonna be.
Oh, that shit's barbaric.
There's some
It
brutal
is.
stuff.
It is to see a guy's nose just that way, and he's cutting, he's gashing, they keep hitting him, and no one.
Guy got his arm broke the other day.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like, whoa.
I can't. It's too much for me. I mean, the draw, but to sit there and watch it over and over, no.
So you talking like maybe the Gold Gloves as a tournament, or
Yeah, like professional. The professional boxing. We wait too long. The Tyson days. He was every 3 months he was fighting.
That fight was horrible.
You're waiting. You're like, this. Here comes Tyson. He's fighting Holmes or he's fighting Burbick. There was parties. Now it's like
Jake Paul. That was
a
some
joke.
bullshit.
It's a joke.
Tyson would smoke his ass if that was a real fight.
That's what I'm saying. They went away.
No doubt in my mind.
They went away.
58 years old.
Huh?
that was a money. It was a money grab.
Money
bro.
grab.
Yeah, no, 58 Tyson. He ain't doing nothing.
I'm gonna go March Madness here at number 4 because it's a hell of a time. It's like right around St. Patty's Day. People are juiced up. I was actually March Madness, baby.
There you go.
I was actually out there one year in Vegas and it was popping, man. It was
Nice.
amazing out there. So much fun. Just people excited for
Them
it.
college love it. They love it.
I would back in the day I would put the NBA in this spot, but I just don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
Ain't that funny?
It's just not as good anymore. It's really not, man.
Oh, come on, man.
It's just not.
I don't even really watch it anymore. I really don't. And I was a big Piston fan. I mean, I'll catch them sometimes, but just to watch the game, and it's like they took the play. Everything is like shooting from half court. The defense is horrible. You don't play the days of Malone and Irving and Magic Johnson and Kobe. It's this free-for-all game. And I've lost my interest.
I do enjoy when it was Mark Jackson, Van Gundy, and the other dude, on commentary. They would always jazz it up. It was always really
Wait till the
good.
playoffs. I wait till the playoffs.
Yeah, it is still fun to watch. Playoffs for sure.
Playoffs. Playoffs.
I can't believe I forgot that drop.
Oh, man.
Damn it.
Yeah, you
That's
missed
sad. That's
You got my
terrible.
drop?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay.
All right, back to you, Kari.
No, you just hit the net, like literally just throw my number 3. Number 3 is going to be March Madness for me. I admittedly have not watched as much college basketball throughout the season, but I feel like with March Madness, you can't hate on it. Like, even whether you watch college basketball in the regular season or not, everybody fills out a bracket. Everybody tries to figure out a bracket.
Yep.
Everybody is tuning in at least to, look. And then similar to what I was saying with how college football, we don't have it, the upsets as more prevalent. I mean, dude, you have 15 seeds beating a 1 seed or something like that, right?
Yeah.
A 2 seed. So, like, March Madness, looking at those, like the Loyola of Chicago with the
that was cool.
with the 100-year-old lady there. Like,
yeah, that was
you know what I'm
sweet.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
You want to see the Cinderella.
Loyola
Yeah,
Marymount or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. You get those teams, and like it's like, oh man, like it's a little bit different than football where you got like teams like Creighton and
Yeah.
Gonzaga. You know what I'm
Now, I
saying?
like Creighton.
The crowd is right on top of the court.
like
That's fun.
It brings that atmosphere. I think you can't go wrong with that. It's just personal preference. I got 2 others ahead of it.
Okay.
Just 1 second, real quick.
All I know is we threw 4 interceptions and fumbled once. 1 interception they returned for a touchdown. 3 others were in our end of the field where they scored a point. That's all I know. That's inexcusable. Inexcusable. Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kid?
I love that skit.
It never gets old.
Playoffs.
All right, Cheech, over to you, man.
College football would be my number 3. I'm not crazy about the other bowl games. I get it. It's a money grab, when you're not in like the bracket. But first year with the 12 teams, it was different. And like you said, the number 8 team going into the Final Four actually wins that. But I liked it. It was fun.
We'll come back again.
Yeah.
Once again, Hollywood.
I'm going to say college football. I mean, college football is probably one of the biggest draws, would you say? Now that you got these players getting paid, that's very, very big for some of these colleges.
Oh, yeah.
And to see this year, I really enjoy college football. And I was always a Bo Schembechler. Just unbelievable. Love Bo. But it's very, very big. It's a very big money grab, a big party grab. If you see, there's probably more parties going on in college football at places and stuff like that than there is for the NFL. Yeah. And you know what I mean? It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, college football.
It's different too because you only play once a week. It's not like college hoops where you might play Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. So you get hyped up.
But ain't that something though? Because when you look at it like this and you look at the dynamics, these are kids that go to school. Then when you see the USFL, this and that, and you're like, not really. You know what I mean? Like, But these kids can get that much hype as the pros. It's amazing.
Yeah, and they're making money.
Yes.
I'm with you guys there. The CFP is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, adding the more teams, like the cream of the crop still goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so they're giving these smaller conferences a shot, but I think at the end of the day, it's usually the best of the best.
Did you like that national championship?
I fell asleep because that was probably the most uninterested I've ever been in a championship game, but.
And you think that affected it with how they did the playoff thing like that?
No, because it was kind of cool to see Notre Dame there, but, I can't stand Ohio State. I'm not a Notre Dame fan, so just didn't interest
So it
me.
was kind of like a waste.
Yeah.
I agree.
But most years, I'm down to watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't excited. I was kind of...
Just, maybe it was a little championship hangover from Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the same juice this year.
Okay.
All right, Car, you're number 3?
No, number 2, right?
Number 2.
Number 2, right? Yeah, 2. So 2, again, personal preference. I'm going with the NBA. I know right now the NBA is a hot topic with, everybody talking about, like you just said, right? You talked about you don't like the style of play and different things like that. But when you're talking about the playoffs and you get the best of the best and a game set, best of 7, honestly, this could go number 1 for me. Like game 7, I just look back to, LeBron, Cavs versus Warriors, game 7.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like that right there, nothing is almost tough to beat. It's almost tough to beat. It's just one more ahead of it, but I get it. I do see where sometimes the game leans a little 3 heavy because obviously 3 is working. Chuck, they're terrible. They're terrible.
That's a terrible idea.
They're terrible idea. How many rings I got? How many rings I got?
Remember when Shaq wanted to beat his ass, man?
Oh, that's every day. That's why I love it. I love it. TNT.
love those guys.
Every time he's like, "Hey, you got 0 rings, Chuck.
They split them up.
You can't talk to me like that, Chuck."
They're no longer together.
Yeah.
No, they gonna bring him back. That's just
Stupid.
yeah. No, but yeah. So NBA to me, and yeah, NBA on TNT, the playoffs, love it. So that just goes back to my childhood where I'm gonna age you guys a little bit because what got me into it was Allen Iverson. So that's where I first got into it. So I could
Practice.
Yeah.
We talk about
You mean
practice, man.
Practice,
Not the
man.
game I live and die for.
Yeah.
Practice.
So that was what I remember the most. So I would go with that number 2.
I dig it. Cheech?
I'm going to go with the NFL, my number 2. Those playoffs are always good. I love it, because like you watch, the NFL's the ultimate, I think. Well, obviously not because it's my number 2.
Number deuce.
Yeah, let's say.
It takes a certain team and a certain tempo to win those games. And it, like we watched the Lions, and that was sad to see that, man, because as magical as that season was, it comes down to that one game, and we're all like, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
Now, how do you feel from that point to where you're feeling right now? Did a little of this thing come off?
No.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
watch Washington
Yeah,
get
yeah.
your ass beat by Philly?
Yeah.
Is that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And if you look at the Eagles, I don't think the Lions would have beat them.
It's any given Sunday. man. It's tough.
And like you said though too, you're filled with injuries.
Yeah.
You have no pass rush,
and that's where I think Philly would have used that against us,
Yeah.
was the injuries, you know what I mean? Because it would have been Gibbs versus Barkley. And I think, but sooner or later, they would have gotten that secondary, and you're not getting
Yeah. And they kept talking about Jalen Hurts and he's not gonna be able to throw the ball. He didn't need to.
We're limping.
And he
We
still
were
did
limping
throw
in.
the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, we were limping in.
I think
But
Jalen
yeah.
Hurts is highly underrated.
Yeah.
I think he is.
He's tough, too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big dude. He
Brilliant, too, man.
Yeah, that's my number 2. NFL.
Snatch?
Well, I mean, same thing. NFL playoffs. Because my number 1's going to be dynamic.
Oh.
Damn you.
Yeah, then I mean, I get up for that first game. You know what I mean? Just like, especially, you know, when they come on Saturday, then you're waiting for that Sunday game. I'm all fired up. I love it. And then, you know, what games are they going to match up? You know what I mean? I'm swelled. I've always liked NFL as a kid. You know what I mean? Christmas Day, watching the Eagles play against the Dallas Cowboys, Landry on the sideline with the hat, the old man with the hat, Terry Bradshaw, Lynn Swann, all them guys. I grew up on watching that. It's like, I'll always love football. But yeah, to see that in the playoffs and to continue and the heartbreakers, you know, it takes a hell of a team to go play that many games, try to stay healthy, and to get to that first round, just to make it. Because you still got good NFL teams that didn't make it. Look at Tampa Bay. What would they have done if that field goal didn't go and it chipped off and bounced off that field goal? Yeah. Washington wouldn't even be in there. Remember how they beat the Buccaneers to get in?
Yeah.
So football is my NFL number 2. Get ready for that number 1.
This might be a surprise, man, but growing up, I was a huge hockey fan. Played it, everything.
He scores.
He scored. Barry Melrose.
I recognize the music.
And Hockey Night in Canada, man.
Yes, Don Cherry. This is Don Cherry.
Don Cherry, damn you.
Damn you, Don Cherry.
Barry Melrose, that slick.
Yes, Melrose.
But when the wings were
got
good,
a collar
man,
like
it
this.
always stuck with me. In playoff hockey, they're flying around.
Wasn't that good?
Hanging around, banging
hanging around.
It's intense, and it was right there with baseball. But I have to go back to my roots and go hockey, man. Love it, dude.
Hockey was not part of my roots.
Well, it's hard for me too, being a Mexican Pollock.
Yeah, he put like 5 or 6 shots on goal. That'd be Melrose.
You know, man. It's just different. You know?
I'm not
It's
mad.
a lot of fun, dude. So that's me, man. So what's your number 1?
Oh, number 1. I mean, come on now. It's NFL. I think, you know, I'm not going to talk. Don't want to repeat everything you guys said. So I agree with everything you said. It's just that it's just that any given Sunday, you know, when you do what separates, because I love the NBA, and obviously you can get to that best of 7, but very rarely will you have a team in the NBA, you know, the lesser team win, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to win 4 times. NFL, as we've seen, and there's no shot at the Commanders because the Commanders did great, but we've seen plenty of teams. Look at the Patriots. When you brought it up, Patriots lost against the Giants in the Super Bowl, right? 16-0 against a 9-17. Giants just happened to get hot, scrape in. Like seeing that those are the things that I enjoy.
No doubt about it. Eli owned them.
Yeah, having that one game and it's do or die.
Oh, Peyton would be very happy and proud of me. Oh, Peyton and that Cooper.
Remember that the Vikings Saints game?
Which one?
Yeah.
Was it
Years ago,
was it the one that should have been passed?
Where he blew him out down the sideline?
Stephon Diggs caught that crazy pass down the sideline.
And he blew him out?
You talking about games like that?
Oh, no flag thrown right there in front of the ump.
Because there was a pass interference.
You talk about more heartbreak in Dallas. Remember that?
Oh, Dallas, Jerry.
What's his
How'd
name?
that feel, Jerry?
With Tony Romo with the
Felt mighty fine. Felt like I popped about 4 or 5 of them blue pills. You understand?
Things looking up for Jerry.
Yeah. All right, Cheech, over to you. What's number 1?
Well, I'm a huge NBA fan, but I'm going to go college hoops, March Madness.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Because one and done.
Yeah.
Yes, very nice.
And there's so many games that are won in the last 8 seconds. There's so many games that are lost in the last 8 seconds.
Yes.
2 seconds. Miraculous shots.
Yes.
And these kids, well, they're probably getting paid now, but it's just everybody's 18 to pretty much 20 because they play 2 seasons, they go pro. And I don't blame them. That's where you're going to make your money. You know, but Cooper Flagg, he ain't going to be there next year.
Cooper Flagg is good.
He is good.
That boy's good.
You know, but yeah, college basketball.
Nice. Very good pick.
I'm curious. Okay, no, because he was building it up. What we got?
I'm gonna have to listen to my boy Joe Buck, Mr. October, MLB in October. I love it.
Yeah.
I sit down there for them playoffs, and I'm geared up every other day. There's a game on in October. Who gets to October? I love it. Oh, Joe Buck. Yeah.
Baseball, Papi.
Baseball, love it.
It is great. Playoff baseball is freaking
God,
awesome.
it's crazy, man. It's just nuts. Game 7. Pedro, who else? Big Papi, Joe Buck, all them guys and the analysts when they're talking on there about it. It's amazing. I love it. October baseball playoffs, just unreal. That's mine.
That's good. I'm going NFL, though. I just think NFL is king. You know, it's the most invested I am all season long is with the NFL. You know, the ins and outs, week in, week out, dude. I love it. I set aside time in my life for it.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it that much more meaningful come the end of the season, you know, and I thoroughly enjoy it, man. Just football is just amazing, man. Love it. Football is life.
Football is life.
And
Yeah, you got like 3 footballs.
Nothing
You have
wrong
3 footballs on your list.
Right.
Yeah, high school, college, and then pro.
That's what I'm saying. Man.
Now, would you like
Make no bones about it.
this question to you? Football, since you guys picked football.
Yeah.
What day you get more amped up? Football, Thursday night football,
Nah.
Monday night football, or the 1 o'clock game on Sunday? Which one? I know which one I like, and that's damn Monday night football over a Sunday game all day long.
I would say Sunday night.
I was to say Sunday night.
Okay.
Sunday night might
that's
be the
my
one.
favorite.
Okay.
Thursday night to me, I just equate it to just bad football because
Okay.
usually, just because Thursday night football is yet to, I'm sure some people can find, maybe some, people watching can point to some good games. Well, Thursday night football to me has yet to. It hasn't been many. It hasn't been many consistently.
I love that Monday night game.
Monday night, you know what I'm saying? ESPN. I might go Monday. I'll go Monday night. The reason why I go Monday night is just because I remember watching, the pregame with Boomer.
Yeah. Yep.
Our pregame was Howard Cosell.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum.
And then you had
doom,
Madden
doom,
Summerall.
Yeah.
Who's the guy?
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Yeah,
What
who's
would
the
yours
love
be,
Boomer,
Cheech?
man.
What would yours be?
Oh, what's his name?
Monday Night Football.
He played
Monday
for the
Night
Broncos.
Football.
Yeah.
Keith.
No, what? Like Keith.
Last name.
Keith Jackson was college.
Terry Jackson?
No.
Keith Gifford?
No, the guy.
Why can't I remember? It
Yeah.
was him. It was. Oh
He
man.
was with Boomer. Big.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Something Jackson.
I'm Googling
Yeah.
this one
I
out.
know you're talking
Somebody
about.
out there, please tell us.
His name was
Please, I
Jackson.
cannot. But that was an OG, man.
No, Mark Jackson is.
He's
He's
basketball.
Big black guy. He played.
He played for the Denver Broncos. Yeah. Was it Mark Jackson?
No, his last name was Jackson.
Yeah. You got to pull that up, man. I love them too. That
But
was- that was every
I
Monday
look
night.
forward to
that
Monday
was-
Night Football. Absolutely.
That's good
boys.
stuff.
So we're gonna move on to the news. Coming live from the Fives of the Week desk, Hollywood Apple Snatch.
We've got news here with Doug Brokaw.
Tom Jackson.
Tom Jackson, yeah.
Tom Jackson.
Tom Jackson.
He was awesome, man.
All right, we got news here. So, I'm sure most of us, we probably heard about the tractor trailer blowout on I-94 by Merriman, the airport. It was horrible. And thank God there was no traffic down. Nobody lost their life. It looked like a major catastrophe. Like a plane went through there and just got caught. It was everywhere. The truck went over the divide and it just split. It was bad. One come down the hill. It was. I thought there had to have been multiples dead, and no, unbelievable. They had it shut down for many, many hours, and that happened yesterday at 2:00 at around 2:35. Just missed that 3:00 get out. You know what I mean? People coming from that way, but it held up a lot of people. In the airport. You know what I'm saying? Getting there and all stuff like that. So yeah, that was pretty big yesterday. Did any of you guys catch the the Indiana man who was pardoned by Trump? His name was Huddle, 42 years of age, from Hobart, Indiana. He was shot and killed in a traffic stop. He got in an altercation. His name was Matthew. He got in an altercation with Jasper County police officer, and I don't know, he went for his gun and he got him and he shot him and killed him. And he had just gotten pardoned by Trump.
Dang. No, I didn't see that.
Wow. You know what I mean? Done. At 42 years of age.
Wow, that's terrible.
It's just horrible. That's what I got by two for the news.
Okay. Cheech?
Bill Burr. You guys know who Bill Burr is?
Bill
Comedian.
Yeah.
Bald guy.
Yep.
You know who Billy Corrigan is?
Probably
Billy Corrigan is the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay.
He used to own TNA. Wrestling fans.
Did he really?
There's a possibility that these two guys have the same father.
No.
No way.
Yes, it was on the news. Actually, Bill Burr was on Howie Mandel's show, and he brings out Billy Corrigan, and Bill Burr looks at Howie Mandel. He says, "You're an asshole." He says, "Why would you do this? I didn't okay this," because he knows that they could have the same father.
Yeah.
And Billy Corrigan was kind of freaked out. He goes, "Oh, I thought this was okayed." And he goes, Howie was like, "No, not really." And he was pissed, man. Bill Burr was mad about it because he doesn't want to talk about it because his father was never really in his life.
Yeah.
But yeah, they say that they might be half brothers.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I had was so Trump, he sent all them people back to Colombia and they refused the plane. So then he says, okay, so we're going to put a 25% tariff on all of your goods coming in.
Tariff.
So then the president of Colombia said, don't worry, I'll bring them, I'll bring our own plane, pick them up because he didn't want to pay the other 25%. I thought that was kind of like, wow, man.
What happened to Canada shutting the electricity out? They did they?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And eggs are like $9 a gallon.
Oh yeah,
a carton, not a gallon.
I seen them Kroger
Give me
$6.99.
Give me a gallon of eggs.
Yeah.
$6.99 12-pack.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm not
Coming
an egg
down.
eater though.
Coming down.
That's it.
So Detroit rapper sues after Lyft driver cancels ride because of her weight. No.
Did you see her?
Oh my God. Yeah.
She a little heavy set. I seen it. I just saw a video before we went live.
Hey,
Now the girl I seen looked a little bit different, or maybe she had her hair different.
Nah, she was. I just saw a video of her. She was twerking. And
No.
she was twerking and performing, and then she fell over. They said her knees knew that. They said her knees knew that it was. It was like, come on now, we ain't done this in 20 years. You know we couldn't handle that.
And she couldn't fit in the car, right? That's what it was. She couldn't fit.
the
driver refused.
The driver
You're not
drove.
supposed to
He saw her
discriminate,
and drove off.
Yeah.
Her knees are the real MVPs. Let me tell you.
She too big again.
MV knees.
She too big in it, motherfucker. She can't get through the door. No, motherfucker. I can't drive.
If only Derrick Rose could have had those.
Man.
Damn.
What kind of car was it? Did they say?
Kia.
I can't remember from the video.
Was it a Kia?
Now look. She had to, because
She
you
gave
have
the Kia a ride.
Well, I'm saying though, like you know when you order an Uber or in this case a Lyft, like you can decide what kind of car. Well, not the exact car, but you know.
Well, I
she
don't
could've
think
did
you
the-
expected somebody that guy to get in the
I'm
goddamn
saying
back
though,
of the truck.
she
Yeah.
could have ordered the XL.
Yeah.
She didn't need to order the. Go ahead, give her money, man. That dude shouldn't have drove off on her like that, dog. That's crazy. He could at least try.
You're trying to save them shocks, man.
when all
Man, you
the,
could have at least tried, bro.
when all the dust settles, she's going to be the one that tipped that
Yeah.
freaking truck on 94 in Merriman.
Yeah. That was
Seen
bad.
Yeah, man.
No, that-
she's a big girl.
Very bad.
So, U.S. Border Patrol agents exchanged gunfire with suspected cartel members
Oh,
near
boy.
Fronton, Texas on Monday.
El
The
Chapo.
incident occurred as a group
no
attempted
smoke.
to cross the Rio Grande but failed. No injuries were reported. So Trump is obviously ramping up enforcements. Deportation in full effect.
Ice. Send the ice.
And then also, U.S. home insurance crisis could trigger a housing crash worse than 2008.
Jesus.
So they're saying because these wildfires and all these catastrophic things,
Yes.
it's high risk. So, and you also have investors buying up properties. So it's limiting what people can buy, therefore causing bidding wars. So it could get bleak. So maybe you bought at the right time, Carl.
7%. 7%. They say 7% to buy a home.
Yeah, so it's kind of wild to think about.
Yeah. Something to think about.
Yeah, interest rate's crazy. So I was gonna talk about
Yeah.
the big lady,
My bad.
No, you
No,
good.
no.
You good. No, that was just funny. Just because I saw her performing. I gotta look her up on Apple Music, see if some of her music is good. See what I can ride to.
Right.
Actually, she's on Apple Pie Music.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm mad I didn't think of that myself.
Apple Pie.
Actually.
Oh, damn you.
No,
She works at Hertz, believe it or not.
no, but she's good. I see here. No, I was gonna talk about the Coney with the rat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard that big ass war down
It
there.
was Lafayette, right?
Yeah, Lafayette closed. What's the next one?
American Coney.
American.
Because
They're
I saw.
pissed.
That's what I was gonna say. I saw the owner, and like I didn't realize, like, because the rumor, or not the rumor, I just thought it was just like an untold secret that they have always been together.
Yeah,
Like,
it's two
'cause-
buildings.
Well, I'm saying, like, a lot of people always thought that they were kind of like something about who's better, to kind of just drive.
like a sister company.
Yeah, to kind of drive people there. But the way she was talking was like, we have no affiliation with these people.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
I
She's
saw
actually-
that.
And she's like, dude, and because of their rat problem, it's obviously
It's causing problems.
because people thought, like me, I always thought that they were always just one and the same. They just called themselves different companies to try to, get people to go to see which one is better to just drive.
Yeah.
Competition would breed more prices. But she's pissed and saying like, nah, man, we have nothing to do with them. We
Nope.
clean differently. They don't. They got a building problem structurally. And so like I just saw her on the news and like I wouldn't want to be on her bad side. She was pissed. So hopefully, that situation is all right because obviously you don't want two spots going down because
Yeah,
of one.
right. He came out today and said, I did everything up to code and then did whatever. And
Yeah,
so
but
whatever,
she-
whatever he did, I don't know what the,
She was not happy.
I want to say that's where that Lyft driver was going to Coney Island.
Yeah.
No, that's where she went. Yeah. So no, it's just interesting because I did think that they were
Yeah, I kind of
ran
did too.
together, but the way she was like, we are not the same at all.
They would have, I know a friend, she went down there and she goes, we walked in there, had a hot dog in there, went right over into the other one, had a hot dog. I said, well, how'd it taste? She goes, well,
They're very
I
similar.
don't know, similar.
Yeah.
Well, the one that come down, he puts it all the way down his arm. I think that's the one with the rats. He has like,
It's always the show. He has to stick with the showmanship.
Yeah, he's always been like that. He
Look at
wears
my
the hat.
arm, not the floor.
Yeah.
So where they do that over there, where the other one doesn't, and he's probably got like 12 of them lined up on his arm. And he comes, you know what I'm saying? So
And they never write nothing down.
no,
Light onions, heavy this, blah, blah, blah. And then they come back, man. That thing is perfect.
yes.
Anything else news-wise you want to wrap up?
Oh yeah, I see this here. Just because I'm a health teacher, and so I saw this and I thought it was interesting. Detroit area ranks among highest for STD rates across the country.
You don't say.
Hey,
Damn you.
man, if y'all don't stick y'all dirty selves, put a condom on and
Out here getting it.
hey,
man.
but go get tested. That's a lot of things too.
Yeah.
People don't get tested because they just keep going on. Go get tested. That's just my teacher rant for it.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Go get tested, man, because y'all out here spreading. That's one of the biggest reasons why stuff gets spread because a lot of those,
Getting that kush.
a lot of it is don't show symptoms for a while until you finally get that burning sensation. If you got that burning sensation, it's not just because you old. You might have something down there. You might want to go get that.
You might want to get that checked.
Yeah, go get that cleaned up.
You ever
man.
get
Go-
that burn down there? I was there, Alabama.
don't want that burn. So
want that burn
go
down
go
there.
get your little shot. Go get your little pill. Take care of that, man.
That make everything hot right there.
Button that up right now.
Yeah. So,
Oh, last thing I want to bring up, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, they're going to have a fight.
I seen that. The Paul brothers. Oh, they're freaking geniuses, man.
I'm not watching it, though.
No, I'm trying to watch. No,
I'm not watching.
not watching.
After the Tyson one, I'm just not doing it, man.
I mean, clearly,
I'm not mad at him, don't get me wrong. For
brother versus brother. Logan is taking everything he's doing in WWE. He's just like a sponge. With
But you
WWE.
see, he turned down Ryan Garcia.
Of course
He got in
did.
his
So he-
face. He told him, "Let's go. Come on, big boy."
Why would
I'm
he do
scared.
that?
This ain't Owen versus Brett, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is
Okay, well, I guess gotta ask, who do you have winning? Because all of those fights, because this is what I saw on Twitter, right? It's something you can say that all of those fights, the Paul fights, some may say they have been fixed. Some meaning most of all of us can say they've probably been fixed, right?
I don't even care. I really don't even care.
But I'm just saying, like, because they've been fixed for both brothers, now who's the one that gets the rub? Who's the one that needs to win the most?
I mean, Logan's already in the WWE.
So I think Jake might
So
be
I
the.
think Jake would need it more
Yeah.
to stay relevant. You know what I mean? Would you guys agree? To keep
I would say.
trying to get these big money fights?
Yeah.
I just don't see how they're allowing them to do it. The guy's a goof.
He's a great wrestler, Logan is.
Yeah.
Logan is, though, yeah.
Knows
I
how to
like
promote.
him at that.
Effort.
Yeah, he got in with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Roman.
Roman,
All right, you guys ready to play some cards?
let's do it.
All right, so this is something different. So, Kari, you pick a card, and I'll have a question for you.
Oh crap.
Just tell me the number.
2.
Number 2. 2 things that go perfectly well together. Could be anything.
Just off the top of my head.
Yep. Off the rip, freestyling.
Oh well, peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Apple snatch.
Of course, I picked food.
4.
Number 4. Favorite wrestler to ever enter the Four Corners Squared Circle.
God.
Off the top of the dome. Favorite of all time.
Favorite of all time. Well, I'm gonna have to say Bret Hart.
The best there is. The best there was.
I love
Best
Bret
there
Hart.
ever will be.
Bret was my boy, man. I like
The
Bret Hart.
Hitman.
Hitman.
All right. G. Pick a card.
It'll be different in the end, though.
6.
6.
All right. If it was your last 6-pack of beer, what are you going with?
Blue Moon.
Blue
quick.
Moon, yes, very
Blue
good.
Moon.
Yeah, you
Yep.
you know.
Okay.
What you,
And a bag of oranges.
Many at the roost.
Such
Yep.
a good beer.
It is a good beer.
It is a good beer.
I was put onto it a couple years ago.
Not a
No
fan?
lie.
I'm not a big beer guy.
Okay.
I'm a softie when it comes to. Give me a good cider.
Margarita,
Yeah. What?
vodka.
Vodka, more whiskey, 2
What?
beers.
But like, no, like I realized when I went on my honeymoon, I like the girl drinks. I literally asked the girl, like this girl
Ain't nothing wrong with it now.
got the Midori sour. You ever had that? Like this, it was this green, like anything that's like light colored.
Yeah.
I like it.
So you telling me that you like the White Claws?
I drink it. You know.
No, they
but then
do it.
also
Hey.
too, I like good liquor too. But in terms of like beers, man, beers is just. I like a Corona, but it's not something that
Yeah.
I would be happy with. Like I'm not getting that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a good cider guy. I'm a cider guy.
But like when I went to Mexico, me and my fiance, we were drinking it mojitos like water.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was good.
I like that. What was the one apple cider ones that they had? Remember the ones we drank at Total Sports?
Oh yeah. What are they? Angry Orchard. Or something?
Angry Orchard.
Oh, yeah.
You know what was
Lot of
the drink?
sugar.
My drink of choice on my honeymoon? Tequila and pineapple juice.
Damn.
Tequila and pineapple. Like I think I drank. Yeah, that might be my go-to now. Like it's just let me get a tequila and pineapple.
What did we have? The blue. We had vodka and
Tito's and tonic.
Tino's. And we had the blue for the Lions drink.
Is that hypnotic?
No, it was at Kuiper's blue
Oh, yeah.
liqueur. So we had the Lions drink. So we had vodka in it with ice. It was blue. It was Honolulu blue.
Yeah, Honolulu
That
Blue.
was that was the drink. But I do have already waiting for next year.
Oh,
I had the Blue Island Honolulu Blue schnapps.
okay.
And you're going to save it for the full year? Not
Full
touching
year.
it.
Not touching until next year.
Even if that chick comes by, not going to give it to her?
No, I'm just go up to the store. No, wait, you got to save it for us for the game.
I'm gonna give her something that sure
Ain't no doubt about it.
ain't gonna be that schnapps.
I got that
end up,
Gentleman Jack.
hey,
right
don't
now.
end up on that list I just talked about earlier.
That Gentleman Jack right now.
Yeah. Get some blue soap.
Because they got the purple. I was gonna do the Lions.
Yeah.
When they played Minnesota, and they got the purple schnapps, a great one. Them are the drinks you have during the game.
I got some of that Lions vodka from that
Yeah.
whatever that place is downtown. That there's a Detroit
Grit.
vodka grit. It's called Grit.
You probably can get another one. I seen it at the party store.
Yeah.
You should keep one for your mantle.
Yeah.
I'm keeping that one my buddy got me.
Oh, I'm the ace. The ace, baby.
The ace of spades, damn you.
I'm the ace.
All right. What is the one thing that can kill team chemistry?
Damn.
The biggest factor.
The one thing that can kill team chemistry I mean, that's a really fully loaded question. To really answer it would be selfishness, overall selfishness. I was just talking. It's funny. I used to coach basketball, and I was just talking with one of my students about this because I used to coach there, and one of the players, tall guy, big fella. All he wanted to do was shoot threes. Thought he was Karl Anthony Towns. Like, when I say all he wanted to do was shoot threes, and it's like, first off, it's freshman basketball in the area. They're not good basketball school, but, you know, shooting like 20% from the three. But for freshmen, that's decent. But when I say he never went down to get a rebound, never went, just always walking around the point line calling for the ball.
No low post.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's where it's selfishness, where it's like, dude, you're not doing what you're not getting back on defense.
Yeah.
It's selfish, right? Because you didn't get the ball.
Sure.
You didn't get the ball. Same thing football-wise. You know, I feel like selfishness when things aren't going your way or maybe you're not getting – I can't stand that, bro. I can't stand that selfishness mindset of, hey, man, it should be me and, you know, work harder. You know?
Yeah.
I agree.
Make it to where I have to play you.
Yeah.
You know?
Make you an asset. I need you to be an asset.
But that's the thing. Like, I told people, like, yo, you know, go make a play on special teams and then maybe, you know.
Yeah.
And that happened for some people, but others, you know, doing that selfishness.
No,
and that's why I like the Lions, because I feel like when you look at it, we've seen St. Brown not get the ball as much one game, right?
Yep.
But if we win, he's not. When have you ever seen St. Brown complain about,
don't.
right? Even J-Mo, right? J-Mo seems like the most outspoken guy because of his personality. When has J-Mo ever complained about?
You don't even see Gibbs do it.
No. Even though Gibbs has every right to complain because I'm complaining for him. Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like, you know, you don't see that. And I hope to God that continues with this team where they just don't have a bunch of complainers. So, yeah. I go with selfishness. That's going to kill the team.
I like that. And that goes for all aspects of life, not even just sports.
Yeah.
Shout out to Al Rich for the music in the background.
Way to go, Al.
Find him on Apple Music.
Big Al.
Nice.
All right, so 9 is rhyme. So, Hollywood, you got to pick a word. Y'all are going to go around and try to continue to keep rhyming. You got to do it within 5 seconds. Whoever doesn't rhyme within 5 seconds, the game's over.
Okay, here we go.
I feel like I can't mess up on the first one. That's all I want to keep it.
All right, here we go. Book.
Cook. Snook.
Look.
Took.
Hook.
Snook. Damn you.
I don't know if snook is a real word, but that's one of our football players.
Right. That's the first thing that popped in my
Number
mind.
3.
Number 3.
That was cool.
All right, 3 places you would like to visit.
Do you really want to know?
Can I use somebody's body part?
Whoa. You also go end up on that list.
Okay.
Joe, we're living in it. Come on.
New York City.
You never been?
No, I've been there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, places where I've never been?
Oh, I guess maybe your favorite 3 places.
Favorite 3 places.
New York City.
New York.
Puerto Rico.
I've never been to Puerto Rico.
It's beautiful. I've been to Italy.
Whoa.
Rome, Italy.
How was the food there?
Incredible. The pizza's like this thick. It's beautiful. And then I always want to go to Greece.
I heard it's beautiful.
I heard the food is really good too. Yeah, a cruise in that area, hit all them countries. That'd be fun. But
that would be dope.
Now with these bombs flying,
right. You got to be tactical about the time.
Yeah, that would fuck shit up. I think.
They agree.
They agree.
Yeah.
Dogs agree.
The dogs want to go.
Dogs.
Very great dogs. Lipstick.
Okay, strict.
I'm gonna go with this one. I've been going over there. 7.
7. Okay, my man. Football question for the football coach.
Ooh.
Well, actually, so 7 tackles from Ray Lewis in his prime, or 7 punches from Mike Tyson in his prime?
Ooh.
Tackles. I get the word equipment, right? Come on now, I gotta have equipment,
I
man.
guess so. 'Cause
Yeah.
Still getting blown out. You see what Jared Allen did to Johnny Knoxville.
Listen.
we actually talked about this with the kids at school, and this was a highly debated topic.
Listen. You talking about Mike Tyson in his prime. I don't want to get, and I think he's old as heck right now. I don't want to get punched by Mike Tyson right now.
No.
But you talking about in his prime. Now, granted, he was very quick, so maybe those punches, maybe I'd be knocked out after the first punch, and maybe I won't feel the the next six.
The next six.
You see
Wow.
what Jared Allen did to Johnny Knoxville? You getting that from Ray Lewis?
I don't know. I don't think look, man, I ain't going to sit here and say I'm the greatest athlete of all time.
But no, you standing there.
But I ain't Johnny Knoxville now.
No.
I got a little bit of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he gonna
I work out a little bit.
Yeah, he gonna hit hard.
Oh, yeah, but I can, let me be able to run the ball at least. I'll
No,
be
you gonna stand there.
No, he ain't say that. I'm gonna run. If I'm running the ball a little bit, I'd rather get the tackles from Ray, because maybe one of those tackles won't be as, and I'm gonna be very good hit, Mr. Lewis. I'm not gonna talk crap. But Mike Tyson, you seen what he said? When I get in that ring, I just want to kill somebody. I don't want to. No. Ray Lewis.
I want to eat your children.
Ray Lewis pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Afterwards, hey man, brother, you stepped in the arena, you did it.
I blew your spleen out.
Yeah. Mike Tyson, praise be to Allah. I've now sacrificed you to the gods. Like, nah, bro.
Alexander, you got nothing on me.
Nah, man. No, sir. No, sir. And no disrespect, because in case Mike Tyson see that, I don't want no smoke with Tyson.
All right, sir.
8.
All right, so you get to pick a great to take a flight with.
I get to pick a great.
Yep, to pick a flight with. So if you had to take a flight, you get to sit next to one of these greats. You got Michael Jordan, Joe Rogan, The Rock, or Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
Who you taking a flight with to chop it up with? Pick their mind, pick their brain. Cheech, this will be your last.
Oh, shit. I'm going to go with The Rock.
You smell what he's cooking?
I'm going to ride with The Rock. I don't think
boss.
me and Trump would probably last about maybe 3 minutes and be boring after that, probably. Jordan would be cool, but
Huge.
me and The Rock could probably kick it. You know what I mean? Just sit there and just, really.
Hollywood
really
and the final boss.
The final boss.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Yes, the final boss.
Number 5
Cinco.
for fives of the week.
Fives of the week.
Great way to end the cards.
That's
man.
perfect. It's literally perfect.
Beautiful.
Cards.
Can't make this shit up. Bro.
Cards.
You could have 5 minutes with one person. Who would it be?
5 minutes with one person?
Male or female?
Man.
Your choice.
Male. Ah, man.
Are you, like I say, are we podding here? Are you going real? Or are you
Hold back, Cheech.
One person.
podding here?
You get 5 minutes with do whatever the hell you want to do.
Cindy Crawford.
What you gonna do?
Cindy
man?
Crawford.
Oh, really?
She's been, that's been my girl
Okay.
forever.
Hey, shout out
Yeah.
Cindy, man.
Mine would be Selma Hayek.
I'm gonna make her vacuum my fucking house.
No doubt about it.
5 minutes.
Selma's my baby.
Pick that shit up, bitch.
Easy. Who'd you take 5 minutes with?
Damn.
What was his name?
Kind of putting you on the spot there. I gotta think about it, guys.
Yeah.
That's okay, Easy. What was his name?
Oh, good stuff. Good
He's
stuff.
like J-Lo.
Hollywood, you love some J-Lo, don't you?
No. Selma.
Yeah, he was capping earlier.
Selma,
Y'all
my
should have
baby.
seen the cap.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
came.
That's
He was
my
I heard
baby.
it.
Yeah.
Selma, my
Don't,
baby.
don't,
No
don't,
lie. Oh yeah.
don't hate on J-Lo.
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek. God damn.
All right,
Get my
ready?
paycheck.
Here we go. Ready to talk some Rumble, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Holy cow! Give me a hell yeah!
All right, Cheech. So you got a little trivia for us over there.
Got a
huh?
little trivia for you.
Okay.
What was the first year of the Royal Rumble?
Brother!
1988.
Damn, this guy's good. 88. That's
Wow.
it.
Nice.
Solid.
I was going to say 90.
That was a hell of a guess.
That's good.
In 2016, Who was AJ Styles eliminated by?
Roman Reigns.
No, it was. Damn, I'm a wrestling nerd. I think I know this. Was it Kevin Owens?
It is Kevin Owens.
Damn,
He's running up the score,
Hell
man.
yeah, 2-0.
I'm
a wrestler.
Oh, we got Gumpzilla, damn you.
Damn you, Gumpzilla, damn you.
Damn you.
Cashing in his money in the bank to answer these questions. He's like, hey, I know these answers.
Gumpzilla, damn you. Can you guys hear him okay?
Gumpzilla.
What's going on, Gump?
Can't hear him?
We can't hear him.
I heard the first.
There he is.
We heard you,
hey.
What's going on, bro?
you.
Hey, what's going on,
What's up, buddy?
guys?
It's
How
outside
you guys
interference,
doing?
man.
Good.
Hey, you called right in the middle of Royal Rumble trivia.
Yes.
Right. So, did you guys already answer the first question?
No.
Yes. Stop trying to hijack my show, damn it. We're on question 3. All right, Cheech, go ahead.
First person to last an hour at the Royal Rumble.
Shawn Michaels?
That would be my guess.
Nope.
Rey Mysterio.
What was the question?
First person to last an hour at Royal Rumble.
Is it Ray?
Oh, I would say, I think it's Ric Flair.
Bret Hart?
Bob Backlund?
I hated Bob Backlund.
Bob Backlund?
1993.
I thought it was the one, Al, when Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart went to. Remember they went that hour and then they extended it?
Well, I know
No, that
that
was-
you know, like I thought it was
That
Ric
wasn't the
Flair.
Rumble.
I thought it was Ric Flair from '92, but
Okay.
I was gonna say Bob Backlund also.
That was the
backup.
Iron Man, what you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed Bob
So-
back.
Never. That guy
Yeah.
was like,
Shout out Bob.
Only
Bob-
wrestler not to share the ring.
only wrestler not to
This
shit.
was in 1992.
Not to share the ring.
Or not the Rumble.
Wait, is this a Rumble match or is this a match itself?
That I don't know.
Only wrestler. 92. I was born in 94.
Only wrestler not to share ring. 1992. Who was
Who
it?
the hell was in 92?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair. You got it, baby.
Wow.
Boom.
Let me hear that scream.
There it is, baby. The Nature Boy.
Ric Flair.
How many men did Hulk Hogan eliminate in 89?
13.
8.
And this set a record.
Brother.
8.
Nope.
10.
10.
10 on the
Look
dot.
at, look at this cat, man.
That's
telling you.
the L and the Dom you.
That's it. That's
do
all,
have a-
that's all I have.
Wrestling gurus, man.
What do you got?
There's a reason why I got a wrestling podcast. I mean,
Nice.
He's plugging his show.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. That's all right. I allow it because
Casting his money in the bank to.
he plugs the 5, so it's all
So
love.
Gump,
It's all good.
in your opinion, what was the best Royal Rumble ever?
1992.
Okay.
Now who who won that?
That was Ric Flair. That was when the WWF
Oh, wait.
title was up.
Okay, I
was
got you.
up for grabs.
I got you.
And you got to think of who was in that match. You had Ric Flair, you had Bret Hart, you had Hulk Hogan,
Mm-hmm.
you had British Bulldog. I mean, it was a who's who.
Yeah. All the heavy hitters.
Yeah, the one 2 years ago it was an awesome one too, an incredible one.
Which big wrestler never was in a Royal Rumble, but he was a high-notch wrestler? Do you know?
Never.
This one I'm going to take a guess at.
Okay.
Someone who's not, or who is basically like a top star in the WWE.
Yeah, he was very, very big.
Would you say he was top 5?
Depends on what you're talking about.
Andre the Giant.
Tag team, nope.
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
I could not believe that. Yo, Chico.
Just because
Wow.
it didn't feel like he
Razor
was in that
Ramon.
long.
Yes.
Never been in a Rumble match at all.
Yep.
Wow.
I could not believe it. I was shocked.
Right.
Scumzilla, what years did Stone Cold win the Royal Rumble?
What years?
Yep.
You had 96 and 97. Or no, I'm sorry.
Wrong.
97, 98.
There you go. The only two?
Those were two, yeah.
He won 2001 too.
So where is the Royal Rumble this year?
Wow.
Oh, to go to 17.
He's the only one to win 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What was that?
Where's the location this year for the Royal Rumble?
It's Indianapolis. We're actually going down there.
Lucas Oil.
Yeah. It's
Damn.
gonna be a blast, man.
Is Adamu going down there too, Al? Adamu?
No. He may go the Mo Money Mike route
Okay.
and be butthurt over not going to a pay-per-view.
Okay.
So
Alex put him on house arrest. He's got to watch the dogs.
but he is supposed to do a show, so he's hijacking the show on his own this coming week. So
Okay. Nice.
Very nice.
We like it.
Nice, very nice. All right, so let's talk Rumble a little bit. So, your choice to win the Women's Rumble. Let's start with you, Kari.
Ooh, you know, I felt like that they haven't, like the Men's Rumble feels like it's what's selling it this year because they've announced like the Men's Rumble is stacked. The Women's Rumble, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of surprises. I think we're gonna get a lot of returns. They already announced Charlotte as a big return. I think it's gonna be a lot more.
I'm taking the chick that couldn't get that lift ride. That's the one I'm taking.
Well, that would be very difficult to throw her over the top rope.
They call her Yuka Mama.
hey, in the '93 Rumble, Yokozuna did win the Rumble. So
Yeah.
Nah, but I got honestly like thinking about where WrestleMania is gonna go. I wanted to go with Bianca, but I think that they got that story where Jade got attacked, and I think Bianca's gonna figure into that because I think that the match would have been Bianca versus Rhea Ripley. I think that's a big money match right there. I think what's gonna happen is I think Charlotte's gonna win. I think Charlotte's gonna go. Well, no, that's another question that you're gonna ask, right? So I think Charlotte's winning the Rumble.
Okay.
I think Charlotte's winning the Rumble. I think even though they kind of talked about her coming back, I think she's the GOAT in terms of women's wrestling.
Yeah.
And I think she's just gonna win another Rumble to just have another notch in her belt.
Or does the man come back?
I think the man does come back.
Damn,
and
I don't like her, man.
Oh, come on, man.
No.
I think the man does come back, and I think she's gonna get
Why
eliminated.
don't you like her? What's the problem?
I don't know. Just I don't like the whole. No, I don't like it.
Not your flavor, eh?
No.
I got to show Cheech Becky Lynch so he knows.
Yeah.
Becky.
Kari, are you
Give
saying
me that
too
Becky.
Hey.
Kari, are you also calling Becky being your surprise pick? Or your surprise?
Yeah. I think Becky's returning. I think, like I said,
Don't
bro.
tell
I
me
think
it's a dude.
that. No,
She's got a fucking Adam's apple.
no.
Right.
Becky Lynch does not look like a man.
They call that a Madam's
I've
apple.
never heard anyone say Becky Lynch is like a dude. But no, I mean, I think that is a lot of people. Like, because think about it. Like, how many people? I think it's only been like 5 or 6 women that's been announced so far.
Right.
What about
Right.
What about Tiffy time?
Tiffy's the champ.
My
Oh,
baby.
She's a champ.
That's my baby.
She's a champ already.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
My baby.
Yeah. Shout out Tiff. Shout out Tiff. Friend of the show, right?
My Tiffy time.
Friend of the show.
Who?
Tiffy. She a friend of the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Friend of the show. Welcome in.
Yeah, don't you know we're going to be backstage with her during the pay-per-view?
Damn you.
Damn you. Okay, so I got Charlotte, though. She's going to win that. Let's go Men's Royal Rumble. This could get very, very interesting.
Mike, who's your surprise entrant in the women's match?
Oh, Becky for sure.
Becky?
I got one.
Oh, what's up?
I think it's going to be Bianca's partner.
Oh, Jade.
Come back.
Jade?
She's going to come back and say, before I went out, this is the video I got, and it's going to show the person that did that to her. And it's going to be, what's his name? The girl that's with her.
Oh, Naomi.
Naomi's the one that put her out.
I think the match is going to be.
But I believe Charlotte's going to win it.
Yeah.
All right.
But I believe that.
Yeah.
And it's a clean sweep. I'm saying Charlotte, but the surprise, though, I'll say it's Jordan Grace.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, she's coming, she just signed a contract with WWE after all those years in TNA. And she was made like a star last year. Imagine what she's going to be like this year in the women's match.
How about this? How about a twist off? Ronda Rousey's sister.
Oh my gosh!
Are we podding here? Or are you going
Hollywood? It's just like that trade with with Allen. How'd that work out in Madden? Did you try that yet?
Damn you, Al, damn you.
Struggling.
Damn you.
All right, so over to the men's side. Okay, Strick, who you got, man?
Dude, this men's rumble. I think this is what I like about this year. By the way, like I feel like all the matches are tough to call, but like usually you can kind of have an idea of what WrestleMania is going to be like this, by the time this year, like, right? Kind of like, because like last year, you kind of felt like, man, Cody should win it. We should get Cody Roman again. You know what I'm saying? This year is so many factors because, again, you got Roman, right? It's always hard Roman is almost like the Patrick Mahomes of WWE. It's hard to bet against Roman Reigns.
Right.
But I just feel like the only match that would make sense for Roman, it wouldn't make sense for him to go for the World Heavyweight title after winning the Rumble. It would make sense for him to go at Cody again. I just don't think we're getting Roman Cody 3 again, even though I wouldn't be totally mad at that happening. I think that'd be a big match. But I feel like that's something that should happen a couple years down the line after they've had some time away from each other. So that takes Roman out. Then you got my dog, John Cena. John Cena, his story of wanting to be a 17-time champ.
He'll be last 5.
Right? He wants to be that guy, and he's trying to.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think that's his story, like, right? Like, his story is trying to be. I think John Cena, they might mess around and have him win his last match as that 17 champ. I think this whole year, we're going to go on the ride of him, like, just trying his damnness to win that 17th, and he keeps falling short until the very end.
But I guess he already missed Raw because he was filming. He's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I don't know how this thing's gonna go.
Yeah.
I just don't think he has the time to even like.
He's gonna look, man. It's Cena, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I think this might be because he's already filmed. Like, his big thing was Peacemaker. He already filmed Peacemaker. This whole thing, whatever he's filming, I don't think is supposed to take up too much time. So I think he'll be all right. But I think Cena will be close, but no cigar.
Do they got all the participants yet?
No, not yet. And then that leaves also the rumor of The Rock, right? The Rock perhaps coming back. But I think it's going to go with my guy, Phil, CM Punk.
Phil.
I think CM Punk takes it.
God, he's such a derelict, man.
Thank you for that.
CM Punk.
Dude, CM Punk is the best, right? And he's
Fucking A, man.
CM Punk is almost, he's almost reached another prime, dude.
He's like a little bitch, dude, with the baggy eyes.
No, man. And
like a
you know why
bitch.
CM Punk, I think CM Punk's going to win? Because literally you have any match with CM Punk is a big draw, whether it's the world title or the WWE title. Punk versus Cody, easy main event. Easily could be the main event of night 1, night 2, whichever one.
You already see what McIntyre said.
What?
When he told
Come on.
Your boy CM Punk.
Yeah.
He wants that ass.
Hey.
He
Punk
wants that ass.
Punk versus Gunther could be a great main event.
No, Gunther tearing him up.
Punk versus Seth again, because I could see Seth winning the world title and then they doing that. And then honestly, I think what's going to end up happening is Punk Roman. I don't know how you get to it, but
Seth's got to do something.
I think the wise man is going to screw over Roman and help Punk win, and then somehow Roman gets the. I don't know what it's got to be the world title, I guess, because I think Cody's going to keep that. But
all right, well, Kari, who's going to be your surprise entrant in the match?
Oh, shoot.
Because this is what's great about the Royal Rumble. I think this is why it's like my favorite pay-per-view.
Yeah, the shocks. Well,
it's the surprises, yeah.
Well, part of me wants. I'm picking CM Punk on the basis that I kind of think The Rock is. If The Rock comes back, then he's winning. I just feel like it's more likely that CM Punk is going to win and The Rock is out of Mania this year.
You remember what he told Cody?
Yeah, but so I'm honestly kind of having a trouble. You know what? I do have an idea of who would be a surprise guy. Dolph Ziggler.
No, damn you. That's like having a damn you.
Dolph Ziggler. You know why? and I think Alex,
that's a good answer.
I think Dolph Ziggler or Jeff Hardy, just because I'm looking at WWE and TNA. They have that.
Thank you for yes.
They got that deal now, so I think that you're going to get somebody from TNA.
How about MJ?
Absolutely.
How about MJ?
MJF?
MJF.
No, I mean he's still in.
That's AEW.
Yeah, he's
Don't
AEW.
matter though. He's been wanting to come over here for a long time.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Fantasy booking, baby.
He just signed a multi-year deal with AEW.
Holy cow!
That new flair.
I think that I think you get somebody from TNA over there, and it's either going to be maybe Dolph Ziggler or a nickname it as. Oh, I'm tripping. TNA, it's TNA World Champ. Joe Hendry. I believe in him. And you know what? He might win the whole Rumble because I believe in Joe Hendry.
Say his name.
And hopefully he appears.
And he'll appear.
I believe in Joe Hendry. You know what? That's my pick to win the whole damn thing.
Who's going to win this match? Fillie and Gump.
Chumami bichotazo mo fucking nyanyo chubao bichotazo chumami chumami bichotazo.
No, hell no. Ain't no chumami, bro.
Toma.
There ain't no doubt. It's already written in the stars.
Fillie and Gump. Who's winning that? Who's winning that match?
Gumpzilla will. So we already know the answer.
Calling his shot.
You're getting chairs dumped on your head. You're getting slammed through a table.
You're getting staples. You're getting stapled.
Run your head right into
Tax.
the turnbuckle.
Oh, there ain't no doubt, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
cannot
Listen,
wait. It's going down.
Stop saying that to Mike. You know he's gonna cry over it. Okay, he knows that I'm gonna win.
Can't do it.
All right, Mike. Who's your Rumble pick? And surprise entrant.
I got to go with my tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Okay.
I think he's got that story, and I think they are going to go him and Cody again.
You think?
Oh, no
And
doubt
I
about
could
it.
see the wise man turning on him at WrestleMania and maybe costing him and going into this whole nother direction of, fighting his way back. Because Roman's such a draw, and he's got so much aura about him. He doesn't even need the title, per se. Yeah. I would like to see him get that because he is such a big star, but
it's on his list.
It's what he wants to do, but I think this just adds layers to the story.
And you know what I thought about? You know what I thought about with Roman, even though I don't think he's going to win, is that we're in 2025, and Roman is the most over act, one of the most over, probably top 2, top 3, right?
Yeah.
Over acts in the company, probably the most, like everything in that company revolves around Roman, like all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
10 years ago was when he won the Rumble in 2015. And they booed him out of the building. So it would be like a 10-year later to kind of like see it, because I feel like if he did win, it'd be a big pop and people would be happy. So it'd be kind of crazy to see what changed in a whole decade.
You know how many times Roman's been eliminated at the end?
A lot.
4 times.
Yeah, a lot.
At the very end.
Roman.
A lot. So, but I do think, I don't think it's Roman's time, but it would be interesting to see.
Yeah, just to see what they do with
the 10-year difference.
But it's probably too soon. With him in his face run. So, as far as surprise, I just think it's going to be somebody from TNA. I don't see any, big names coming back.
Right.
They're so loaded right now.
You know who I would love to see, though? Now I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if I'm taking this from you, but Aleister Black.
Ah.
I didn't even think of him. You're right.
Aleister,
wow.
When I tell you Aleister Black in NXT, I'm all in on him.
How about Roman's cousins? What's his name? Zilla?
Oh, Zilla?
What about him?
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I don't think that. I don't think the Rumble.
Give me a hell yeah!
I don't think the Rumble is going to be the spot for him. They always find a way to debut those guys.
I could see Brock Lesnar coming back.
Is that your surprise entrant there, Hollywood?
I'm going to say Brock Lesnar.
Okay, I'm mad at that.
And your pick?
Roman.
We all acknowledge our tribal chief.
But but I also believe that The Rock's going to come in. He's going to enter in, because if Roman don't win, it's going to be The Rock against Cody Rhodes.
I guess, yeah, if I had to pick a superstar pick, even though The Rock did what he did on the Netflix debut, I could see The Rock inserting him in.
Yes.
And then completely changing and going back heel, just because
he can. The one thing that is holding that all back, though, is the fact that Rock has already said he's not going to be at WrestleMania because it's around the time they're going to be doing reshoots from the Moana live action movie.
Right.
Oh, so okay. I don't. It's the WWE. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Never say never, Gumps.
Never say never.
Is he lying?
I'm gonna go Punk and my surprise pick to be Joe Hendry, because I mean, like with Punk especially, like that promo between Punk and Cody this past Monday was pure cinema. It's
Let me
like,
ask you,
I'm
are you
sold on
feeling
it.
lucky, Punk?
You feel lucky, Punk.
I'm not done yet, is what he. I mean, it's just like it was great.
But the thing is, you're like, Punk, you are done. You're washed up.
He's
bro.
not washed.
Well, isn't it interesting how Cody said that, that at one point he goes, there was a time that we were chasing you.
Yeah,
and you
right.
weren't
I like
here.
that. Yeah.
But now you're here and you're chasing me. So I mean, that was like, wow. I didn't even think of anything like that.
Also, you got to talk about the biggest fumble. What about Tony Khan? That when you look at CM Punk, Cody Rhodes in the ring with that great promo.
Yeah.
If I'm Tony Khan, I'm like, bro, how the hell did I mess that up?
Yeah.
The ratings are showing it, and the ratings are showing on AEW. They're just crashing.
Well, how about this? We know one thing for sure. One man comes in that ring, and his name is Fatu.
Ooh.
He's wiping them both out.
I think that would be my pick. I think Jacob Fatu.
He's really stepped. Oh my God, he's starting to step up, man.
He's going to most limited.
He's a stud, man. He's a stud.
I will say, I'll say, Jacob probably would be my Kane pick with the most eliminations in this match.
Yeah.
He's something else. He's going to be a big star.
Yeah, I agree.
I would not be surprised if he's in the final 6, final 5.
That's going to be Roman's enforcer. That's going to be Roman's enforcer. You watch.
So I mean, that's something to keep an eye on with Jacob Fatu. I mean, they gave him the keys this past Saturday night's main event to Stardom, dude. I mean, they're just letting him now be a star. What he did to Strowman, that was awesome.
Oh yeah, he said it's only begun. It's just the beginning.
Yeah, that was awesome on Saturday night main event. That was dope. So we're getting kind of long here. So let's go around. Who do you want the 2 main events to be? The 2 title matches
of Mania?
Of WrestleMania. And obviously it starts all with the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kari, we'll start with you. Go and then we'll go around the table.
So we're talking about women's and men's? Or we're talking about the world title and the WWE title?
Yeah, let's talk about the 2 men's.
All right, 2 men's. I would like to see Punk versus. I would like to see Punk Cody. I think that would be a very interesting WWE title. And then I would like to see a triple threat between Drew, Seth, and Gunther.
Wow.
I
think a banger.
Yeah, all right, come on now. Banger after banger. No, I think that could be a pretty good main events. I have no idea where that leaves Roman. Right? I have no idea where that.
Yeah.
But I think, now I think about it, I don't know. Somehow Roman's going to end up in the main event, so maybe I'm wrong. But I would like to see those 2 matches. I think those would be 2 great.
Mine's going to be a classic.
I'm so pissed because The Rock just screwed everything up because I feel like it would have been great to have The Rock, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns. That would have been an amazing triple threat match.
Yeah.
And the story was right there for them to do it.
Easy.
But yeah, we'll see. So keep going around.
I got no clue. I'm just
teaching
a
like
referee.
That's right. Andre the Giant, Mad Dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bobo Brazil and Pompeo Firpo.
There you go. I like to see this would be perfect, and it's a twist off. I'm going Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, and The Rock versus Gunther, or it's Roman Reigns and Fatu against Gunther.
Oh, wow.
Them Samoans in there to take over the titles.
Okay.
Yes, but 2 different bloodlines.
Jacob in the main event. All right, Gumpzilla, who do you got, man?
Let's see. For the WWE title, I think it's going to be Cody and Punk. The world title, I think that John Cena will probably actually win the Elimination Chamber and go after Gunther. And will win his 17th title there.
I could see that.
I didn't even think about Cena. Yeah, I switched my pick, even though I like that triple threat idea. Yeah, Cena versus Gunther is the match. And I think Gunther wins that match.
So he's got.
It's like Rocky and Drago all over again.
So then Gunther has to beat him in the end to get the belt back before he retires.
I think Gunther. No, Cena's not. I don't think Cena's gonna win the title right away. I think it's gonna be a struggle.
Well, he's only got a year.
I know.
Right.
That's the story, right? Like, think about that. Like, he's gonna lose, and then it's like, damn, now we got to see him climb back up. His whole thing was never give up. John Cena may even turn heel, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't see it.
I can't see that.
He's got to go.
I can't see that.
Turn heel. He can turn heel and turn. Like, I think John Cena is going to do a lot more than we think. And I don't think he's just going to be that all shucks guy for it. He's going to get a little desperate. He may toy with turn heel, maybe be a tweener. He may not go full blown.
I can't see him win the belt again.
He's going to win it. He's going to get that 17th.
I mean, as much as I don't want him to, I mean, it's almost like it's being positioned to happen. And even like to the point where you see like Ric Flair that's actually he's pushing for it too.
That would just put Owens over the top. That would put Owens over the top if that happens.
Well, it was who was it that I think it was in the group chat a couple weeks ago. It was like Andy and Josh were talking about how like how today's generation needs like a Joe, their version of like the 49ers and Joe Montana.
Yeah.
And, and now in today's generation really doesn't know who Ric Flair was anymore. And now they need somebody like John Cena to be that flag bearer for the next 40 years. So as much as I don't want to see it,
he's that guy.
being that old school guy, but I can see it happening though.
So let me ask you this. Where does Randy Orton play in all this? That's a guy I could see coming back.
Mm-hmm. Cody too.
For Cody as a heel this time around.
Randy versus Cody would be a big draw.
And there's a lot of places you can go with CM Punk too.
CM Punk versus Roman.
You could do Rollins again. You could do so many other people.
With Randy Orton though, because you got that story with KO. I mean, he's probably going to have that.
And I can't see him beating Roman. CM Punk. He's every bit of his name, Punk.
I could see Roman and Roman and Drew at WrestleMania.
You see Hulk Hogan come back?
Hell no. Boo.
Not in a wrestling capacity.
Hey,
no.
you might even have Goldberg show up, brother.
Your boy got booed out of the building.
Oh yeah, please don't come back, Goldberg. Please stay home.
No,
Goldberg versus Gunther will happen.
Go home.
It should.
Now,
that will happen.
the last that I heard that has fallen through though right now, as of right now with WWE and Goldberg.
I think it'll still happen.
Goldberg and Cena should fight. Period.
No.
The match when the crowd starts leaving, let them fight.
Well, it should be interesting, man. I'm excited to get down there. So, K Strick, thank you for joining us tonight, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Easy as always.
Good
Boys,
job.
Cheech, Hollywood.
Yo.
Remember to email us at 5stheweekpodcast@gmail.com. Oh, also, Gumzilla, thanks for hopping on, brother. Remember to follow us
letting me on
Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Love y'all. Be good.
Peace.
Little Judge James to round it out.
I'm tired of waking up early for work when I feel like just saying forget it. I'm tired of hearing these people complain about life when they don't even get it. You didn't get my email, I'm sorry, just do me a favor and file a complaint. I hope they fire me, I've had enough of this corporate America. I'm trying to smile but I can't even do it no more and it's killing me. This shit is killing me softly. There's too many people on my back that won't let me breathe and I can't get them off me. You can't be serious, you got me curious. What type of drugs you been taking? It's making you act like a chick on a period, yelling at me when I don't feel like hearing it. Every day it's like the same shit. Working long hours, I don't make shit. I don't take trips, I get no days off. One day, I just hope it pays off. One day, and I'm stressing about it. Every time I take another step, I'm doubting. Get my check and count it. I got no savings and I see no